We cannot rest here for long. This place is not safe. Mayhap nowhere is, if thieves can breach our vaults. Nevertheless, it is our duty to protect these treasures, and we shall not fail for want of effort.
So, this is why you abandoned your posts. And without a word of explanation.
Why did that do that?
Rather thoughtless of you, was it not?
Okay, I think it's fine now. Huh. Well, you didn't miss too much anyways.
Lady,
I guess the update, so I checked off its presence on some tracks. I doubled, when I was recording Star Wars over the weekend, I double checked that it didn't fuck with any of my other scenes. I guess the update made it fuck with my other scenes, which is a cool update. I think it's fixed.
When they are required.
I'm gonna have to double check, but I think it's fixed. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter in this case because it's not. I'm not doing a YouTube track, so it's fine. Isn't that game audio?
And then you go and ruin everything.
Do I have this on the right track? I don't actually remember. Hopefully I do.
There's naught to be gained in belaboring the
Wasn't even recording it too, to be fair. So that's gonna be fun.
All that remains
Oh well.
is to administer your punishment.
Wait, my lady!
Oh. I don't think there's gonna be anything left. I think he's been successfully, thoroughly punished. That ain't just a hammer, that's like a fucking meat grinder.
No, it's no good. There's just no joy in it.
What the fuck? Yeah, he killed him too hard.
There needs to be some investment. They were negligent imbeciles deserving of punishment, but it was hardly personal. 10,000 such courting could not satisfy me half so well as a single domer.
He just gets a hard-on for violent punishment. I told you last time, it was fucking BDSM.
And what do we
There's
have
been a
here?
textbook status, here it is.
One of the vaunted treasures of the Red? The craftsmanship is certainly impressive. Mayhap we can use it to make amends.
I wish I could, like, check to make sure I put the mic on the right settings, but I guess it's working. If I were to do that, it would fuck up the video and other audio.
Is serving me really so unbearable? At least pretend to enjoy, you witless lump!
What if she did, like, a background check into this guy and found out he was, like, 0.1% Doman?
As you're told. And bring that sword while you're at it.
You think she would, like, start punishing him? And how much would she enjoy it? Now where are we going? We made it to Yanshan, right? Or something like that? Finally, no more swimming. I can actually walk places. And of course, as is tradition, I still don't have any flight in any area. But I'm like super duper close. Always that cock tease.
I remember the silence.
We'll get it till we come back.
How the talking stopped when we first set foot on the plains of Yansha.
What's that thing off in the distance there? Giant glowing laser. The Great Wall of Yansha. Off on the left.
Before us stood yet another wall, and through a great Magitech field we glimpsed Doma Castle. I'll never forget the sight, or the anger I felt that day. Life.
Yeah, Stormblood's, this is all Final Fantasy 14.
So much lost.
It's been like the
So
only thing I've been
much
streaming the last,
as we
like,
walked through
month
that
and a bit.
war-torn land.
Because I haven't had a chance to set anything else up that I've been, that I put on hold since I moved. But I'll try and get some of it set up. I might just honestly, like, wait until after I do all the October stuff and then start up the other stuff again. I figured that'd probably be... maybe that would be ideal. Yes, this is far enough. Ere we proceed further, I should speak of Yasha and what became of her, of what lies beyond the Great Wall at the heart of Doma. And we should be glad to hear it, but it is wise for us to have this conversation here, on the road, out in the open. Once your caution would be warranted, but no longer. Xenos did not linger after he crushed the rebellion. He appointed Yotsuyu to act in his stead and quit these lands for fresh sport. The acting viceroy was no less merciless than her master. Without warning, her men would march into villages in search for radical elements, killing and torturing any who dared resist, and then, as quickly as they had come, they left. Satisfied that the memory of the purges would keep the people in line, she relaxed her grip on Yanxia. What need for the leash when the dog is broken? Yeah, she didn't get any pleasure out of torturing these guys anymore. There's no one left to torture. The village of Namai lies to the west. Though I doubt the Imperials are present, let's proceed with caution. This somber overcast is very fitting, given the situation. Where Funny Gloves at? I took like all that stuff off for the time being until I get like stream properly set up. And for Final Fantasy, Funny Gloves are not on the table to begin with. Perhaps Funny Gloves will come back, perhaps not. I feel like, you know, it's good to like mix it up and freshen up the rewards every once in a while. The gloves kind of got, I don't know, a little long in the tooth, if you ask me. They were good for a bit. But I'd like to think of new things possibly as well. What am I gonna do with your 2.6? Save it for Minecraft, because that's gonna be a thing. I'm gonna like convert... Is this the Aether Crystal here? Yeah. I'm gonna convert like all the shit that was in that one mod. When I start Minecraft again, I'm gonna convert it to point rewards instead. That's one of the things I need to do before Minecraft can start again, but... I figured it'd be a lot easier. Because I'm honestly a big fan of the kind of control that I have with that mod. Compared to the other one. Well, the other one is convenient. I definitely prefer the control. Like, it's just scripting. I'm like typing in command block commands. So it makes a lot more sense. Plus it'll give people a lot of use for the points. I'm gonna probably have to inflate the prices, to be honest. Because it's been so long and people have been like hoarding them. There she is, the humble village of Namai. How delicious her rice. How sweet her persimmons. Too long has it been since I sat here with my own eyes. And for a mercy, the Imperials appear to be absent. No, no griefing. That's the only thing. I think creepers is where I draw the line. But creepers are balanced because I have an item that disables explosions, at least for now. But no, there won't be any griefing objects. I'm taking all of that away. To the chagrin of some viewers, I'm disabling any sort of like crazy huge griefing stuff. Because it doesn't play well with the stream format. I mean, I spent like the first 15 hours of Minecraft doing literally nothing because of that kind of shit. So it's like, no, I'm disabling all of it. Let no man claim that I'm reckless. Prudence has ever been my watchword. Venture closer if you would, and confirm that there are no soldiers lurking about. I mean, I was just there. I think we're fine. Don't worry. Yes, let us look at the side of this wall. That will tell us if there's any soldiers. Yep, definitely no soldiers here in front of this wall. Alright, village is secured. We can go in. How long has it been since I streamed? I've been streaming on and off since like
a single Imperial soldier.
I moved. So like July-ish, I think? July, August was when I started again, but it's been very sporadic. I'm gonna try and do something a little more consistent starting this week, but no promises yet. That's why there hasn't been like an actual schedule update yet. But I'm gonna try. See what 3 days a week looks like and go from there.
Good people of Namai, hearken to me. We come in peace and desire only information to learn of recent events.
Isn't that the general?
Lord Gosetsu, can we preserve your right? He lives.
So this could either be a good thing or a bad thing. Okay, looks pretty bad. They're like, nope, fuck this shit. He brought trouble on this land.
I say, brothers and sisters, is aught amiss? Why do you regard me as one with a wild beast? Why is there fear in your eyes? Why do you tremble so? Ah, but of course, you fear me a vengeful spirit of the dead. Rest assured,
yes, that's gotta be it.
Further from the truth. For am I not corporeal? Are my feet not firmly set upon the ground?
What if you're just pretending to
What should we do?
obey the laws of gravity?
Catch him here, you know what will happen.
Of all the times for him to turn up, has the old fool lost his mind?
Just kill him. I mean, what could he possibly do against like a whole village? All your problems would be solved, right?
You! But why have you come here? What do you want from us?
I know not who you are to speak thus to your elders, boy, but mine only desire is to be received with the hospitality owed a humble traveler, not the fear and trepidation one might afford a wrathful shade.
Is he just like really fucking clueless, or
Actually, never mind. Just come with me.
he's just gaslighting everyone? They're all doomed. And all because Gosetsu has set foot into their village. Apparently the FC is gonna start doing blue raids soon. Ooh. That's kinda cool. I'm probably like in no position to do that kind of shit. Cause I don't have like half the blue stuff past like level 50. I don't know who you people think you are. Do you have any idea what would happen if you were found in our village? Again you address us with unwarranted spite. I have let you improprietary pass until now, but no longer. Who are you, boy, to speak to me thus? Do you not know who I am? I am Issei of Namai, a farmer, like my father before me, and his father before him. I wouldn't expect a man like you to know who I am, but I know you. We all do. Lord Cayenne's retainer and leader of the rebellion, Gosetsu, Tori's fugitive, wanted dead or alive by the Empire. Is that what this is all about? I am hardly the first man to earn the ire of the Empire, nor will I be the last. Was not Namai home to brave and true warriors who fought beneath our banners for king and country? They fought and they died, every last one of them. Then the Imperials came looking for more. Because of them, they were this close to killing us all, to burning our village to the ground. We only just began to enjoy some semblance of peace. Never again. Never again, do you understand? Had enough of you and yours. Whatever it is you're plotting, leave us out of it. Impassioned as his pleas may be, surely he knows I cannot leave things as they are. But for now, I shall respect his wishes. We must continue onwards to our final destination, the House of the Fierce, proud headquarters of the Doman Liberation Front. There is a secret entrance to the north of Namai, by way of a small spring. Come, I will show you. Oh, if they're just doing like ARR stuff, then that's like feasible? I could probably do those. I think I have like most ARR abilities. I might be missing like one or two, but I don't think they're like meta. This is a very vertical map. I feel like I'm gonna run into the same problems I did in Heaven's Ward, where I'm gonna like fall off a ledge and then have to walk like 3 miles around. Oh, nice. Yo, can we just like platform around here? Is there like secret shit? Is collision gonna allow me to do some weird stuff? I still have to go down. Oh, here we go. It's down here. Yeah, the collision on these mountains is kind of wacky. Getting some Skyrim horse vibes. This way. Must dive into the water. Of course there's water diving here. Have no fear, Abin. It is but a short distance. You need not hold your breath for long. It's okay. I don't need to hold my breath at all. Is that like a ladder up? No one notices the super obvious ladder leading to the surface around here. I'm surprised the Empire hasn't found this place, to be honest. There's also a blue skill called Dragon Force, and the flavor text does not mention metal music at all. What? How? How is it? Does it mention anything? Cause like, we're talking about the game where it makes puns about every single pop culture thing you can possibly think of, even memes. And you're telling me there's no Dragon Force reference in the game. That's insane. How invigorating! Congratulations, my friends. You are come to the House of the Fierce. Is this any good yet? Oh, ooh, just about. So close. Y'all just gonna let me in? You are Binoma, are you not? We were told of your coming. Heroes of Eorzea, we of the Doman Liberation Front are honored to receive you. If you would so be good as to follow me. Oh, I decided to go for the lore angle. That's no fun. I like how there's just a broken Aether crystal, like, lol, you don't get to teleport here.
But there are so few of them.
You wanted a teleport? Nope.
Many kindred spirits remain in hiding following the rebellion. Many others gave their lives for their nation. We are the stubborn remainder. Even accounting for our comrades in the field, we are at a fraction of our former strength, 'tis true. Yet we few are patriots. Brothers in arms, prepared to fight with every fiber of our being to set our people free.
Not gonna lie, I think the Alamigo rebellion stood a better chance than these guys.
We're hopeful that others will join our cause, but never
even
did I
after they
dream
got
that you would
wiped out.
journey so far.
But hey, at least they're enjoying their time here in Hidden Leaf Village.
Yukiri! God, it's
Never
good
been
to see
found
you.
again.
You look great, by the way. Have you been here long?
I returned but recently, having concluded my mission. Oh, it is good to see you again, my friends.
Did I hear aright? Your mission is concluded? Then you have found the young master.
ere we speak of that, I would know by what fortuitous circumstance our friends came to be here.
Yeah, it's a long story. Tell us about your mission. It's way more important. We kind of wasted enough time playing around with pirates.
The Empire's crimes are all too familiar. Lys, my heart goes out to your people.
We wanted to stay and fight, believe me.
Damn, no dungeon for a bit. Problem means there's not gonna be a dungeon tonight, by the sounds of it then.
With us against the Empire. So we decided to come here and help you free Doma. To show everyone that you're not alone. And that the Garleans can be beaten if we work together. I'd like to think we proved that in the Ruby Sea.
That you did, Lys, and far more besides. Needless to say, your assistance would be most welcome.
Hear, hear. Now then, Yugiri, you must tell me of your search for our master.
Lest you wonder, he speaks of Lord Hien, son of Lord Cayenne, who perished during the rebellion. When it became clear that all hope of victory had gone, Lord Hien bade us deliver as many of our people as we could to safety beyond our borders. But as his father's heir, he was determined to fight on, and so he did, until he suffered a grievous wound in battle and vanished without a trace. Until now.
We had reason to believe he wasn't dead.
Lord Hien, seen and spoken with him on the Azim steppe.
O boundless and merciful Kami, the young master lives. Tell me, was he well? Did his wound yet ail him? Where is he now? Have you brought him back to us?
Yeah, why didn't you bring him back? I don't see him.
You may take comfort in the knowledge that he is hale and whole. However, when I invited him to return with me to Doma, he had
I think I see where this is going.
If Doma yet thirsts for the blood of patriots and tyrants, I shall offer unto her my blade. But if she has had her fill of bitter draughts, I shall offer unto her conquerors my head. Thrice did I declare to him that no true son or daughter of Doma would ever accept such a sacrifice. But for all my passion, he would not be swayed. Learn the truth of her heart and return to me, he said. And so I left him.
He's just done. That's why he left. He probably faked his injury.
The words of one made to wear the mantle.
Want an early retirement.
Soon. Yet there is wisdom in them all the same.
Oh, it's in this 2 level range? Oh, okay.
Alright.
We'll see.
To rekindle the fires of war.
To suffer our master, to surrender his life and forsake all hope of freedom is by far the greater folly. I will not go to face my fallen comrades having done naught to stop it.
Nor I, Shadow Walker, nor I. But we need not rouse our comrades to battle this day. Let us instead welcome our honored guests and allow them a moment of respite.
And this place is like super fucking empty. I haven't seen an area this empty since like some games I played as a kid. Like holy shit, there's just nothing here at all. As you can see, they went to great lengths to disable the Aetheryte. Apparently, in the twilight days of the rebellion, they feared that Xenos would be willing to risk sending unattuned conscripts. That said, it is hardly irreversible. I have the necessary materials. It would be a challenge to repair it alone, but mayhap with my brother's help. Are you saying we can fix this thing? I didn't even think that was possible. Telling me I can rebuild a teleport point? Because I love the sound of that. You should hear this, Abin. He was just telling me about Xenos and the rebellion. What you have to understand is that it was not a simple matter of numbers. The bulk of the 12th never even took the field. It was Xenos' Stagdums that won the war. They were unlike anything we have ever seen. His formations were unorthodox, bewildering. We honestly thought we had him on our back foot. The moment we were pressing home our advantage, the next we were surrounded at his mercy. And then he stood before us, his cornered prey, alone and unarmed. He beckoned us come forward and fight for our lives. One by one, my comrades charged. Fearless and unflinching, he would dance amidst their blades for a time, and then draw close, as if to embrace. One after another. He made us watch. You understand? He made us watch. What kind of monster enjoys killing people? I do not think there is any joy in it, nor justice, nor morality, nor meaning. To him, the weight of one's life is no different from that of 1,000. A challenge had been issued, and he was accepted. But on finding us no challenge at all, his objective changed. There were tales of Imperial soldiers being flayed for slaughtering families, for breaking brave men's spirits. Only later did I come to understand why. He did not desire obedience, he desired hate. Men consumed by it. A new battle, a new enemy, a new challenge. The hunt, I am told he called it. A hunt without end. Ah, a Twitter user. And when all our best lay dead and broken, he left. He left muttering that we had bored him. But our weapons at least held his interest. We had took a fallen samurai's sword and grown fond of it. Since that day, he has ever wielded Far Eastern blades. He is said to be fascinated by ones with storied histories, and so soldiers who seek to curry his favor often present those of defeated enemies as gifts. Ah, sorry, not Twitter user, a Reddit user. Like it's all a game to him. People are suffering, dying. He's collecting swords. We all feel the same. But my lady, you must understand. On the battlefield, reasons do not matter. The victor is not the just, but the strong, and the strong become heroes of the tale. We were not strong enough. It's not sufficient to be right, be just. Without strength, our path has but one end. Yeah, or do people normally come here though? Like it just that one room just looked really empty. Like it was just grass and then rock wall. Like every other cave I've been in had like some sort of features or something in it. Like plants, lots of rocks, or like if it's something like this, like, you know, furniture or something. That room is just, it just feels weirdly empty. Like devoid of anything in here. Like you go into this room, it's got more shit in it than that room. Man, but brief respite is in order. Were I 20 years younger, these wounds would not warrant a second glance. Alas, no samurai has the strength to defeat the villain old age. Who would say to you to the House of the Fierce? Compared to your rising stones, I concede it may seem somewhat lacking. But it has a heaven in these past 10 years to all who would set Doma free. Regrettably, our efforts in that time have come to little and less. When the Empire died, we were so sure the hour of our liberation was at hand, but Xeno soon put paid to that, with the aid of Yotsuyu and the secrets she told. Nah, I mean, like, do players come here often? Because this doesn't seem like the kind of place that players would come to, like, at all. Nah, just like, decoration-wise. It just looks, like, oddly empty. I don't know why. It just stood out to me as the decoration, or lack thereof, felt very out of place. Abin, I do hope you have taken this opportunity to rest and recover. It is well that you spoke with one of the survivors of the massacre. To defeat one's foe, one must first understand his true nature. As the Alamegan resistance has struggled, so too has the Doman Liberation Front. More so, perhaps, given the precarious position in which we find ourselves in the wake of our doomed rebellion. We are few, and our enemies legion. We are weak, and they strong. Yet with your help, I believe that there is little we cannot achieve. I only hope the depth of our predicament has not shaken your commitment to our cause. I relish the challenge. Not so light I can expect a suitably generous reward. Please, what reward could they possibly offer that would that would please me. Gold, I have tons. Equipment, mine's probably better. Like, there's nothing they could give me. You relish the thought of facing that monster again, but of course, the hero of Eorzea fears no foe. Of course not. Like, look at this shit. No good. Junk. That level up's the best thing they could have given me. Did I get a new skill? Now then, I should be glad to discuss our next course of action. Though, now that I think on it, I myself have been away from Doma for some time. Even after my return, the search for Lord Hien commanded my full attention. Mayhap it would be to both our benefit if we were to see the reality of Doma for ourselves. Or did my lord not bid me to learn the truth of her heart? Let us do this together, Abin. Let us go among the people and with our own eyes bear witness to their hardship. As a foreigner in these lands, your reputation does not precede you. Moreover, unlike Gosetsu, I can accompany you without attracting unwanted attention. I'd like to join you if that's alright. By all means, we should be glad of your company and your perspective. Lumaya is not far. I say we begin there. Yeah, you think people come here and like just hang out and erp down in like the deep, secluded confines of the Doman Liberation Front? Yeah, nothing screams roleplay like a fucking rebellion hideout. For sure. Exactly, they do it in open in Limsa. They gotta show off. They gotta strut their stuff. They do it down there, no one's gonna see it. What's the point? They gotta put on a show. If there's no one there to watch the show, then why even bother? Ah, Bin, I'm glad to see you too put thought into your garments given the overt nature of our activities. Yes. I mean, yeah, actually. Huh. She's not wrong. I should think my reason's obvious. To enter the village while wearing the garb of the shinobi would be beyond reckless. I mean, did she say something different if I was ninja? We shall pose as traveling merchants. Abin is our leader, and we as his assistants. Are there any objections? I'm not really the merchant type, but if you think this is the best way to go about it, I'll trust you. Then without further ado, let us begin. The one thing I missed from EU Chaos DC, there was considerably less public ERP. Damn, are Europeans just not horny? That's unfortunate. French and duty finder, yeah. Okay, well, my condolences if you had to deal with the French. Although I hear that the France French are better than the not France French. Weren't you the one who came with the general? No? I see. My mistake. It warms my heart to see traveling merchants in Namai again. Though the Imperials never sealed our borders, folks like you have taken to avoiding Yansha ever since the rebellion. Unfortunately, that has only made it harder for us to survive. You may have noticed, but we lack for a great many things. It was not much better before, true, but has only gotten worse. Yep, nope, totally not the same guy. Definitely having me mistaken for someone else. Like, one person here. What are you doing? Like, you really have nothing better to do with your time? You're square clean. It's a fucking dirt. What are you possibly hoping to achieve? There was nothing positive that could come out of sweeping dirt. Oh yeah, let me just move all this dirt from here over to here. Oh, it's looking a little dirty in this spot. Let me sweep it a bit. You, merchant, Forgive my skepticism, but you strike me as less of a man of commerce and more a common sellsword. What could have possibly given it away? Hmm? No? Nothing? I don't know what you're talking about, lady. Give your first impression of hand... What? Excuse me? What? What could possibly be the lore context here? Is there another Hancock that I'm forgetting about? Does little to assuage my doubts, and if anything makes me clutch my coin purse tighter. Yeah, I didn't think that was gonna do anything. Okay, I was just joking, lady. I like my movies. Uncorrected, such a warm and cordial nature you possess. I pray you forgive my earlier rudeness. It's been some time since the Viceroy came to our village to purge it of insurgents. Those who resisted suffered terribly, those who did not fared little better. We who remain know better than to risk her ire. If the Imperials demand laborers, we comply. They demand conscripts to send as soldiers to other provinces, we obey. Ours is a difficult life, with little in the way of luxuries. I know not what you sell, merchant, but I doubt that I, nor anyone else here, can afford it. What if I sell you a heaping dose of freedom? In the form of this gun. Well, this is certainly something new. Who are these people? Traveling merchant with meat, perchance? Better not to know when I have so little coin. I feel your eyes upon me. You know not the Lupin? Surely you have been long in Yansha, else you would. For generations we served the lords of Doma, compassionate and wise as they were. But the memories of such times fade with every passing day, as others will tell you. Out to last night dinner where I couldn't remember the name of Better Call Saul, so I called it Barephone Jerome instead. That sounds like a great knockoff of it. I want to see this one now. Better Phone Jerome. He could be like Saul's rival. He's a good rival. Except he's like really shit at his job. Like he doesn't know how to market himself. So like all his ads just sound really corny. And then whenever he gets up on the stand, everyone just like starts laughing at like something he said or like something he did. Foreign peddlers. In Namai, whatever it is you sell, I have no money to buy. Perhaps you should go elsewhere. Saying that, I know of no village in Yansha that has fared any better. Once I would have directed you to the Samurai lords of Monzen, had they not all died in battle or the purges. There is the Doman Enclave, of course, that lies beyond the Dairyu Mount Gates. Needless to say, the Imperials are disinclined to let any but their own pass. Is this all you're eating? Persimmons? Those are very large persimmons, not gonna lie. Like, I was surprised how large they actually are when I first saw them when I was working at the grocery store. But those look even bigger. Pin, what have you learned? Oops. Wow, your thing came up just when I was trying to move the text box. I learned that everyone here hates merchants, and also no one knows who Hancock is. It's very unfortunate. You have a DVD player on you? I think we're gonna need it. East and I encountered much of the same. They've been pushed beyond the brink. Expected frustration and disillusionment, but not so much that they would come to question the wisdom of opposing Imperial rule in the first place. Unless we can convince them otherwise, I fear I cannot convince Lord Hien to return. And without him... Let us not yet lose hope. Though the situation in the Mai is bleak, mayhap it is not so elsewhere. I wish to speak with others outside the village. Lisa and I will look for farmers in the paddies to the east. Abin, I see you look to the south. Surely they cannot all have given in to despair. I think they would be smart to give in to despair. Let's be real here. I don't think anyone here is actually going to actively say that they're like, yeah, no, fuck the Empire. Is this a quest with the current? I have a feeling, though, you're probably just going to get kicked out of the party sooner than later. Can't go up there. Wait, where is this? Oh, here it is. Never even watched Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul with the Muse fucking killer. Yeah, I've never watched I tried watching Breaking Bad back when it was kind of newish, like before it ended. It wasn't for me. Yeah, there we go. That's the good shit. Like, the plot was like fine, I guess, but like the themes and everything was just like, nah. Wasn't really feeling it. Maybe if someone like showed me the best parts of Breaking Bad, maybe I'd be a bit more convinced, but maybe it was just the start that was kind of slow. I mean, I'm one to give things like the whole, oh, it's better 20 hours in thing a chance sometimes. But I think it's going to be a bit of an uphill struggle before you convince me to watch either of those shows. We've doubtless already taken in the paddy fields that fill Namai. We rice farmers consider our paddies as children. They certainly require just as much attention. There's rarely a day we do not worry about pests or something else that might do our fields harm. If you would like to know more about our life in the village, why don't you try helping us tend to our paddies? Speak with my husband, Agatha. I know he will be glad for any help he can get. RDM supremacy whenever we go back to Alamigo. That was the deal. Pray I don't alter it any further. I don't know when we're going back, but whenever that is. Where am I going? Up here. Here we go. Not quite as bad as Heaven's Word, but it's got some themes. I don't think I was supposed to go this way, but you know what? It works. Okay, I know a thing or two about rice planning. I played that game that's on the Switch that I don't remember the name of. Would like to help me tend to my fields. That sounds fantastic to me. There aren't too many young folk left in the village, and rice farming is hard work, let me tell you. Firstly, I would have you remove the arrowheads from my fields. It's a pesky weed that inhibits the growth of rice plants. Come speak with me again once you're done. Yeah, no, this is literally just rice and ruin. What the fuck? Fucking arrowheads took over my entire crops. Multiple times. Like half the day spent just picking up arrowheads, tossing them out, actually turning them into fertilizer because, you know, that's the smart thing to do. If I didn't do that, I get like half damage penalty in combat, and that's no good. Can't have that. Hey, look, it has to be somewhat interesting, though. The first 19 hours have to be somewhat interesting. A black screen's not interesting. I'm not giving that 20 hours. I see you've worked up quite a sweat. Thanks for helping. Nimai is actually a local term for the arrowhead. It does make you wonder just who thought naming a village after weed was a good idea. I don't know, there's a town called Hell. You tell me. Next, we need to deal with any pests that lurk in the paddies. Although it will not be your job as per se, which will use the house sparrows I've trained for the task. I keep them in this birdcage. Please set them free near my paddy fields. Once they have all flown the cage, clap your hands. I've trained them to recognize that as their signal to begin working. Clap my hands, eh? You want me to clap my hands? I can't believe what you're asking. Do you know how much that's gonna cost you? Yes, let's set them free inside the rice paddies by not being near any of the rice paddies. Well, at least the ones that are currently in use. Alright, sparrows. Are you ready to be clapped? Time to clap. Be free! And then they never return. And then I get blamed. What you're describing, MC, though, is like 99% of every mainline game. That's not something, I don't think that's something you should be striving for, to be honest. Even as a joke, that won't work because that's literally every video game. Aside from like a couple. That's literally this game's side quests. Thank you so much for all your help. I will not be needing to worry about the pest for the time being. I've told my wife to give you some compensation for your troubles. Go on ahead and talk to her. I still have work to take care of here. Hey, people that say X game is good when it gets X amount of hours in, you're gonna like it because you like the original mechanics that made you stay for that long. Isn't that literally what most people say about Final Fantasy XIV? No, Realm Reborn sucks. It gets good at Heavensward. Hello again. I do hope the work was not too hard on you. It's not an easy job, but the sense of satisfaction when you're able to taste the very rice you have reaped, which does not do this sensation justice. Harvest is still a long way off, but we are ready to put in the work. All we need is a little help from the weather and things will be fine. Oh my, I almost forgot. Here's your payment for today. What do we even get? Earrings? I can't use these. But thanks for the current. Actually, speaking of currents, are there any other currents around here? Southwest. Nah, okay, never mind. Another, yeah, there's another blue quest up here. I thought I saw one. We'll go get that. Or at least, like, see if it's a current. I mean, again, that's like, the games that I say are on the good side of things, that have, like, interesting side quests, they still have their share of, like, weed pulling. But it depends what your game's about, because, like, maybe your game's about farming or something. Oh, okay, good. And then maybe weed pulling is, like, actually interesting and fun. Like, I would totally expect a weed pulling side quest in, like, fucking Harvest Moon or Rune Factory. Wouldn't bat an eye. Wouldn't complain about shitty side quests with that. That's not gonna work. Oh, I screwed up. Yeah, just break my knees again. Okay, we're gonna have to try and get back up there somehow. Did I was going the right way, right? Yeah. This map is like a little confusing because it's all like spaghettied on top of each other. Okay, so if we go across here, and then if I drop down there? Oh, it's below me. Oh, it's down here at the river. Okay. I see now. Oh, it's this guy probably. Yeah, there we go. I forgot what this area was. I thought it was above me for some reason. Hello there, traveler. I require your help if you have the time. Well, I belong to the Dome and Liberation Front. I'm also a proud resident of Nabai with my own responsibilities to the village. I've been told to guard this spring, and under no circumstances am I to leave my post. However, there's another job relating to the village I need to take care of. I was hoping you might do it in my stead. Here, take this liquid and sprinkle it around that area over there. You have my thanks. What are you asking me to do? That sounds super sketch. Oh, you know that area over there. Or those 3 areas over there. Wait, where were you going to teleport? You were going to teleport me to the Morbi Dry Docks? See what you're trying to do there. Not going to fall for it. I would like a story from the weeds perspective. Yeah, what if the weeds have like a family? And then some monsters coming around pulling them all up, killing them all. What if the weeds strike a rebellion? An all-out war against the farmers. Oh, there's more than... What the fuck? That's a lot of spots. Where? Did I walk past it? What? Oh, here. How did I... Did I walk past this? How did I miss this? I had to have gone this way to get back up there. Whatever. Okay, what if the weed pulling had like a super intricate, dramatic cutscene every time you pulled a weed? You can't skip it. You gotta feel the pain of your actions, the consequences of pulling those weeds every single time. Maybe then you would think twice about pulling weeds. Actually, I'm sure most people would just not pull weeds at that point, if that was how it worked. I'm taking the long path, and I do not care. I'm taking the very long path, apparently. Maybe we can take a shortcut over here. Making a dating sim. See, the trick with those, though, to make a good one, is you have to, like, be able to juggle many different plot threads. And, like, have them still all make sense, but also, like, not necessarily contradict each other. And I think that's, like, the really challenging part. Because it's one thing to make a linear story, but then to have, like, a bunch of different possible stories. Like, you have to... It's basically you're writing, like, 7, 8 different stories. And they can't just be, like, different. They have to be also, like, able to combine together somehow. Like, the really good ones are the ones with, like, some underarching plot. That, like, gets revealed once you beat all the paths. And then, like, the true path is revealed. And then all becomes clear. Like, you need some sort of twist or gimmick for sure. And it has to be like, you give the player clues throughout every single other path. Yeah, Ren'Py will definitely streamline it. Like, you don't have to do any programming from my understanding. It's basically the game maker of visual novels. I think the hardest part, though, of making like a proper dating sim, though, is you need to be super good at art, because that's like half the game right there. Music doesn't really matter, but like if your art sucks, no one's gonna play it. Where is this final one? Is it down here again? I hope I went the right way. Because that's probably like 4 times I've now fallen off that cliff. Good. We've only used Kevin MacLeod music. I don't think, honestly, I don't even know if people would notice, number 1. And number 2, I think the people who would probably enjoy it regardless, because Kevin MacLeod makes good music. Like, as long as you don't like use like the top 5 Kevin MacLeod songs, like when you sort by popular on his channel, you're probably fine. Just like stick to the least viewed videos on his channel. No one's gonna know. Did I go the right way? I mean, kind of. I'll just go this way. And we'll just break my knees again. Why not? God, imagine if I died there. Alright. I dumped all the salt all over the place. Finished already? Fantastic! No doubt you're wondering just why that liquid smells so foul. Well, it is made from a mix of pungent ingredients, animal innards, resin, and garlic to name a few, but it does a fantastic job of keeping the beasts at bay. My friends in the Alamegan Resistance taught me how to make it. Oh, and you will want to give me your clothes. Let's see, 3 thorough scrubbings ought to do it. This guy's got friends all the way over in Alamego? What the hell? Are letters allowed to be sent out of here? Like, no one's afraid of their letters getting read? No one, they're not, the Empire's not worried of, like, anyone being like, yo, help, we want to start a resistance. Come and give us an army. No one's gonna bat an eye? Yeah, I saw one of those earlier, but it didn't, back at the pirate base. But it didn't have, it was a blue quest 2, which is really weird. So I'm sure it has something useful and fun and good, but it didn't have a, it didn't say what it had. And it didn't have, ether current. So I just wasn't bothering at the time, I was good. Maybe that's what it was then. It was probably the Beast Tribe quest start. I wouldn't be surprised, actually. A hostile presence? Oh no! Who could have possibly known? A tiny caterpillar is bringing up this one. That's not very tiny! I don't want to see what a large caterpillar is then. Kinda huge. Yeah, I need to get rid of this giant beetle. Alright, Caterpie. See, if this is like a Metapod, I could totally understand why this thing's so tough. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you hadn't come along, I don't know what I would have done. I mean, probably died. Those caterpillars were not something to sneeze at. What am I doing out here? Oh, looking for flowers. I need some for my parents' graves. The ones my brother and I usually bring are yellow because it was my mother's favorite color. You haven't seen any, have you? I don't see any flowers around here, okay? This is like not Japan. There's gonna be pink and green. And maybe some gray from the rocks. You're not getting yellow flowers, kid. Sorry to say. Obtain yellow flowers. Where the hell am I going for yellow flowers? Over here, okay. Well, fortunately for you, MC, a visual novel is like 90% story because gameplay is literally clicking a mouse. I mean, you can do one of those cool visual novels that has like a sick gameplay gimmick, but that's work, and most people don't expect that shit. That's why a lot of people make fun of visual novels for even being games in the first place, which is like, I mean, maybe, but you know, sometimes you have to. You could do gameplay in the form of like making it a puzzle to figure out what to do for every route and get the proper endings. I mean, eventually people just click everything, but you know, it encourages them to save time, do things right the first time. That's kind of like how Hatoful Boyfriend approached its progression. There was like hints and stuff you had to garner throughout the game, and then by the end of it, you had all the clues you needed to not only romance every bird, but and also get the secret ending as well, which I think was really cool. Yeah, just make a Better Call Saul visual novel. I mean, hey, you know, there was that officially licensed Seinfeld game. Someone made a Seinfeld point-and-click adventure game. They even had a Kickstarter for it. I believe it was successful, and I believe the game either came out or is still in active development. They actually did get permission to use Seinfeld. It's a real game. You can go look it up. It's got some pretty nice art, and it's like a bunch of cool Seinfeld references. It actually looks really well done. Like, I didn't think anyone could have possibly turned Seinfeld into a video game, but these guys somehow managed to do it. Alright, I found the only yellow sunflowers left in this place. Hope you're happy. They're now extinct because of you. Was it worth it? In reality, they're actually just dandelions, and they're fucking everywhere. Oh, you found some. Thank you so much, sir. That's twice you've saved me now. You have some time to spare. Maybe you could come with me? I'm sure Mother and Father would want to meet the man who showed me such kindness. Buried them on a cliff to the west of the village. There's a path through the terraces. I'll show you. Someone should, like, do a Better Call Saul, like, Phoenix Wright game. Surely someone's thought of that by now. Like, I can't be the first person. That's easily, like, the most obvious combination right there. Like, I'm only assuming that there's parts of the episodes where he goes to actually do some proper lawyering or something, right? Like, I mean, you gotta show about a lawyer, you can't tell me they never show the inside of a courtroom. Like, it'd be perfect. You could have the adventure portions being him doing all this shady shit that he's known for to, like, get clues and stuff. It actually wouldn't be that different from Phoenix getting his evidence, let's be real. The way he goes about retrieving some of it, like, it's a wonder Gumshoe never was fired in half of those cases. I mean, hell, I don't even know if Phoenix Wright would have solved half those cases without Gumshoe. But, like, you could have Saul going around, gathering his evidence, doing all his illegal shit, and then you go to the courtroom, and you defend your client. Like, it's such a perfect fit for the formula. Why does it say it's up? Oh, there is no way up from here. Oh. Well, where am I walking? Am I going all the way back here? Are you kidding me? Yeah, it's through the gate. Oh, but you have to, like, not go through the gate. You have to go around the gate. Yeah, no. I refuse to believe that the only way up to that marker is back in town. You can't tell me to go through a gate and then just be like, no, you can't get here from the other side of the gate. It doesn't work that way. I think it does work that way. I can't believe that's what's needed. Because it's like right here. Apparently up like 100 feet. But it's like right there. Yeah, but they can like cut his salary so much. Okay, but if his salary is like constantly being cut, one, what was it at before Phoenix Wright started being a lawyer? And two, how much are they actually cutting it by? Because they can't like legally pay him less than minimum wage. And you would think that at some point he would just quit. Because he has complained about his salary in the past a couple of times. I can't believe I have to go all the way back through the rice paddies just to get to that marker. Well, shit. I'm still going the wrong way. Okay, this is like actually just straight up Heaven's Word. West Kurthus. Fucking why? This has to be it. Yeah, this is it. I want to see if there's another path here. This is ridiculous. How did the kid get up here? He said it was through the gate. So how did he get up here? Because if he's telling me to go through the gate, that means he goes through the gate. Did he just, like, climb the wall? How the fuck did you get up here, kid? We're here. Just give me a moment to put down the flowers and I'll introduce you. Those look nothing like the picture in my inventory. They love to meet travelers and hear tales of faraway places. Maybe you could tell them about one of your homeland? Azumi! Azumi! Are you there? Azumi! What in the... You should not be here. Get away from my sister. Don't be rude. You saved me from monsters, brother. You even helped me pick flowers for mother and father. Go back to the village. Now. You're scaring me. I said go. Stay inside and lock the door until I return. Don't think me ungrateful. My sister is the only family I have. You saved her, then thank you. But it changes nothing. I asked you to leave, and I'm asking you again. I'm not going to report you to the Imperials or anything stupid like that, but it's too dangerous for you to stay here. So please, I'm begging you, just leave us alone. How many times do I have to tell you? If they find you here, we're the ones they'll punish. It'll be 1,000 times worse than before. My mother and father believed in the rebellion. They left to fight for Lord Kyan. They came home on a cart driven by Imperial soldiers. Soldiers demanded that the families of the insurgents present themselves, or else they'd burn the whole village to the ground. So we did. What choice do we have? They beat us in the village square. With their hands, with sticks, with anything. They kicked us while we lay on the ground, begging for mercy. Made us denounce my mother and father, call them fools, call them traitors. They deserve to die. I heard them laugh, but I dared not look up. One leaned close and whispered in my ear what he'd do to my sister if they to come back. Oh, fuck. They're gone, but they're never far. All it takes is a wrong word in the wrong ear, and they'll return. And then I'll have to dig another grave, if I'm lucky. Whatever you came here to do, just leave us out of it. If you want to fight the Imperials, go and fight them on your own. You can't help us. No one can. This is all we've got. So, please, don't take it from us. It'll just be that SpongeBob meme. Where he, like, just jumps in the hole and covers himself up. Save them the trouble. Yeah, that would make for a really good, like, VN plot. Like, honestly, again, Better Call Saul, the Phoenix Wright game. It's perfect. Is that actually what, like, the plot of the show is he starts out legit and then slowly gets more and more underhanded? Because that would be even better. Like, you could even, like, try and mimic that in the gameplay, too. Like, make it really hard to get evidence legit, and then slowly as the game goes on, it just becomes impossible, and you have to do illegal shit as you go on. You are come at a good time, Abin. We but recently completed our inquiries. What of yours? I went and picked flowers. I was not aware of these events. The boy, Issei, told you all of this? Such a disgraceful, despicable crimes. If I knew the men responsible, I would not hesitate to hunt them down and... Forgive me, that outburst was unbecoming. The more I learn of the Imperial's actions in my absence, the more difficult I find it to marshal my emotions. Did Lord Hien have seen this? That our people's spirits would be so broken so? Well, at first I scoffed at his pronouncement. It feels all too possible now that he might resolve to surrender himself. New gear? Oh, it's so close! My gear is level 275. It's almost there. Despite everything we have seen and learned, I refuse to renounce his cause. We should return to the House of the Fierce and consult with our comrades. Perhaps together we might... Did you hear that? Quickly! We must find a place to hide. There's a rock right here. But okay. Oh, yo, do you have a thing for me? Yo, hiding can wait. If you have an aether current, I'll gladly take it. Hell yeah. I've lost my grandchildren. Please, help me search for them. He was right next to me until a short while ago. I cannot believe I lost sight of him so easily. He was asking a lot of questions about the One River. Perhaps he went there searching for something. Oh, I truly hope that is not the case. I've heard that a group of Lupin looters roam the area of late. Please search along the One River for my grandson. We'll continue to look for him here. I like how we have to quickly go and hide, and I'm about to run off and do like 3 side quests. Very important side quests, mind you. I ask you to help with a problem of mine. It concerns some water serpents that have recently infested with the One River. They used to only be found further to the west, but for one reason or another, some have found their way closer to the Mai. If prepared properly, they are quite delectable. However, there are far more in the river than one could ever hope to cook. No, the numbers must be controlled by other means. Please slay a few of them for me, enough to stop them from taking the whole river for their own. Oh, and you happen to get your hands on a few of their livers. Please deliver them to my husband, Sente. You'll find him in the Drunken Toad to the east. Next level quest and dungeon Wattberry gear. Yeah, well, wasn't the gear in the last dungeon I did technically better, but I couldn't use any of it? Wait, where are these things? Wolves and weeds whacking day. Okay. Wait. Is the next story quest just gonna go that way? You know what? Just in case it does, we'll go and do it. I have a feeling we're heading that direction very soon. Quick, before the Imperials come, or something. It's okay, they're very slow walkers, we're fine. We'll just hide behind this building. So his name was almost Jerome in the first place. Better Phone Jimmy. And then he just like rebranded as Better Call Saul.
Imperials.
Enemy spotted. I like how their general just became really into samurai swords, and now he just makes all his soldiers use them. Clearly, Nippon Steel is the best.
Why are you milling about like a pack of slack-jawed mongrels? Form a line! Now!
Tell us where the Jedi are hiding.
Finally.
That's a very sloppy line. I'm surprised they're letting it pass.
An announcement of the highest
I've come to make an announcement.
So listen well. While on a charitable mission to Isari village, the acting viceroy and her personal guard came under attack from Confederate forces. This brazen, unconscionable act cannot and will not go unanswered.
Well, you're gonna punish them for it?
As loyal subjects of the Empire, who enjoy her safety and prosperity, you have a duty to defend her as well. There is no cause for alarm. We have no intention of sending ill-trained fodder to the front line.
It's gonna be the guy in orange, isn't it? He's the only one wearing orange.
Those who are selected will be expected to perform rudimentary tasks. Cleaning and maintenance and so forth. You will serve only as long as you are needed.
Oh no, it's gonna be his sister then.
Free to return to your homes. You first.
It's only just cleaning and cooking. It's fine. You said you'll get to come home when it's done.
The Empire has no pressing need of cleaners. This is but a thinly veiled attempt to intimidate those who supported the Confederacy's actions, and isolate any whose loyalty they already suspect.
And lastly, you. That should suffice for now.
Don't worry. I will be back before you know it. Listen to the elders while I'm away, and do not play outside the village. Everything is going to be fine. I love you, all right? Remember that I love you.
Yeah, he seems pretty happy with just content with going.
Thank you for your cooperation. Rest assured that this will all be over very soon, once the Confederacy has been made to pay our own ruby tithe.
Oh, that guy's carrying a gun. Wow, he doesn't trust the Nippon blade. Heresy, I tell ya.
There's no telling what might happen to those people. We have to help them.
And we shall, but before all else, we must needs ascertain their destination. I doubt this is the first village the Garleans have visited, nor is it like to be the last. I will track these men. Will you help me? Pray return to our headquarters and tell the others what you saw here. Should we have need of reinforcements, I would know that they are ready.
But I should be going with you. I came here to fight!
Soon
This is a
enough,
part of
Reese,
fighting.
Soon enough. For now, we must proceed with caution.
I know that. I do. It's just... when I saw them rounding those people up... Look, if anything happens, anything at all, you'd better call for us. I mean it, Yugiri. Anything at all.
Holy shit, she went fast, like fucking 0 to 60. No, imagine how demoralizing it is to be being with your country's native weapon. It's gotta hit where it hurts. Well, exactly. It's probably part of the reason why he makes all his soldiers use it, right? That and he just really loves them. He's a fucking weeb. Regardless of what the offer claimed, I fear they have crueler designs for these people. With me, Ben, we must hurry. I guess we're going back. Oh, we're kind of going that way. Okay, yes, he told you. I'll do those current quests soon enough. The west. Okay, well, we're not heading west. We're heading... Oh. Well, anyway, that's fine. I realized I could have just gone across the bridge. Would have been faster. I can't jump that. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. God, it's so weird walking around with a bird. Like the fact I can't fly, but it's just walking around with the bird. Hey, if only there was like, I don't know, mount speed shit that I could get. Like in Realm Reborn. Okay, I don't like that I've got this stupid fate going after me. Get out of here. There we go. Of all the places to put a fate, right in front of the quest marker. Oh yeah, these guys aren't gonna let up, are they? Fine. Yeah, I can get away with just killing this one. Given the circumstances, we must make every effort to remain needless violence. I hope she didn't see that. Here. It's a shinobi's tool, where a more discreet approach is required. Use it with these dots. They're coated with an alchemical reagent that induces deep sleep. There's soldiers patrolling ahead. Were circumstances different, we could engage them directly, but for the villagers' sake, we dare not risk it. We'll use our blowguns to incapacitate them. Regardless of your familiarity with such weapons, you are a veteran warrior, and I'm sure it will come naturally to you. Nevertheless, practice is in order. Yeah, Solid, like, it's just a more marketable name. Like, you better call Jimmy. Like, that just doesn't roll off the tongue. It all makes way more sense. There, soldiers on that hill below. Take aim and fire. If the dart finds its mark, it should fall within moments. Such shrines for the Imperial soldier may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target the soldier. What? What's this, like... Sniper V3 shit? What is this? What the fuck? Shoot him right in the head. Watch this headshot. Oh, you can't aim for the head? Wow. Fine. Yo! Oh shit! There's trigger resistance. This thing actually uses the resistive triggers on the DualShock. Well done, my friend. Now, give me your map. There's a vantage point from which you may... Worry not, I shall be with you every step of the way, keeping watch for other patrols. We shall speak again on the other side of the river. Some fucking... I haven't played anything like that since, a game on the Wii U. There's like this kind of cool sniping game. I think I played the... No, yeah, I had it for Wii U, actually. I think I bought it. Might have just been the demo. I honestly can't remember. But yeah, it was just like doing puzzles like that with a sniper rifle. You had to like kill things in a certain order, otherwise you just failed. There's also that one game on PS2. I think it was literally just called The Sniper. It's really bad, but it's really funny. Actually, no, it was called The Sniper, but it was like as a sequel to something, but the prequel never made it to America. It was from that old like bargain bin series called the Simple series. I can't remember exactly what it was called in Japan, but there's some gameplay of it on YouTube that you can go watch. Seriously, can't shoot these guys in the head. That's just no fun. God, I love it when these sorts of things use the triggers like that. Damn, he should have just like fallen off the cliff. Where's the other one? There's 5 of them. Man, if only, you know, people on PlayStation were fine with using gyro controls, man. If only people didn't think it was gimmicky for some reason. I don't know why people that use Sony devices absolutely hate gyro. Like, they're offended by the very thought of not using a control stick to aim. And so as a result, no one puts any effort into adding it to PlayStation games, even though a PlayStation controller could totally support it. Just as well as any Nintendo console can. As Imperial soldier crumples to the ground asleep, you put away your blowgun and prepare to rejoin Yugiri. It is the god tier of controls, especially for controller, but nah, people on console are like, ew, motion controls, that's that Nintendo gimmicky crap. Get that away from me. Like, don't let them hold a mouse. Man, don't tell them how a mouse works. You know, you have to move your hand. Like, could you imagine? Not just using your thumb, but your whole hand? Oh, I actually have to do this. Let's do this other quest. It's like, I didn't realize it was right here. But no, they're just like, nah, I'm not tilting my controller. Fuck that shit. I'm surprised no one like complains about the rumble or the triggers on the DualSense. Like the trigger thing is like even, I'd say that's actually just gimmicky. Like it's the literal definition of gimmick. I love them, but there's literally no need for them. It doesn't add anything to gameplay. It just adds like a sense of immersion, but it's absolutely not needed. Motion control actually affects gameplay and is useful. It's a tool. Like a touchscreen. There's a fucking touchpad on here as well. And yeah, a lot of games don't use that either. But no one complains about it existing. But motion controls, nah. Leave them to the Nintendo peasants. We don't want that. Grandfather's looking for me, you say? But I can't go back just yet. I'm still searching for that which was taken from me. I was minding my own business, gathering mugworts, and some nasty lupins stole them right out of my hands. Would you ask the lupin if they would give back my plants? You'll find them on the other side of the river. If they stole them from you, I don't think they're just gonna give them back if you... even if I ask nicely. I wish Splatoon was gonna get Flick Stick. It's so much better. Honestly, like... I mean, it would be good because, like, their fucking gyro implementation is the worst I've ever seen. Splatoon has the worst gyro controls. I can't understand how that's even possible. What the fuck is that thing up there? Like, you know what they do in Splatoon for gyro? When you turn it on, they disable the Y-axis of your right control stick for no reason. I don't know why. You can only use the X-axis. You cannot look up and down with the control stick. Every other Nintendo game with gyro controls doesn't do anything like that. None of the Zeldas on 3DS did that. The ones on Wii U didn't do that. Breath of the Wild doesn't do that. No motion-controlled aiming on Switch does that, except Splatoon. I don't know why. Oh, it's over here. Yeah, we'll just go quickly do this first. I don't know, I think it just stems from like the old console wars and like thinking Nintendo was like gimmicky crap, MC. I'm pretty sure that's where it comes from. Like for whatever reason, it's just people thinking that they're somehow superior for hating on non-standard control schemes. You know what was considered a gimmick back in the day? A control stick. Back when the control stick first came on the N64, you know what Nintendo did? Mario 64 was built with the control stick in mind because they thought of it as a gimmick. That was the whole thing. Oh hey, what if we made it so you can now tiptoe to avoid enemies? Oh, look that, you can now move in all directions. Maybe that's not as much of a gimmick, but like... Oh, but what if we made it so the person has to spin the stick to beat Bowser? Like, everything in Mario 64 was built around the control stick. Just like how everything on Galaxy was built around the motion controls. Everything on Odyssey, half the moons you get in Odyssey, were made with the haptic feedback that they marketed as a gimmick on the Switch in mind. The control stick was a fucking gimmick. No one gives a shit about control sticks. They're so normalized now. But for whatever reason, that's fine with them. Nintendo marketed it as a gimmick. No one cares. Motion controls? That's a gimmick. Even though they've been around almost as long. Would have us return some insignificant child's mugworts? Don't make me laugh. This whole area belongs to us. Including any plants that might have happened to be plucked by a child of man. Oh, okay. A fight you want, eh? Was this really worth it for a bunch of flowers? Are you sure this is what you want? Your lives for a couple of measly flowers. Weeds, even. And you're like, nah, they're my weeds. Like, how petty can you be? Holy shit. Now you don't even get to enjoy your stupid weeds. You're dead. Hope you're happy. Idiots. PC has the adaptive triggers in the Rumble. Yep, they do. They've had them for a while. If you plug in a DualSense, it will use all of it. You get access to everything. Pretty sick. But I think the only catch is that you have to do it through wired play, because for whatever reason the drivers for the DualSense, they don't have all the features over wireless on PC. I'm not really sure if that's just like a limitation or if Sony's just being Sony. But yeah, you have to have your controller wired, which is fine. I mean, I don't know of many people that have Bluetooth on their PCs. On their gaming PCs, I should specify. It's not really the kind of thing you go out of your way to add to a computer a lot of the time. Man, everything's bigger in Doma. The weasels, the caterpillars. It's the Texas of Asia. Clearly. Yeah, I gotta return your mugworts. They won't be coming back for them. Don't worry. Oh, thank you so much. I was trying to collect plants to make some medicine. I read about in one of my grandfather's botanacy? I don't think I've seen that word before. Botanacy books. There's so many sick people in the village. I just wanted to help. There's one more thing I need for the medicine. Waterweed. I tried to fish some out of the river earlier with a pole, but I didn't have much luck. Could you get some for me? Yeah, I can just go swim down there and grab with my hand. Sure, why not? Grab this too while I'm at it. Oh hey, it's the water serpents I had to beat. I saw you fall off that cliff. There's one feature I missed that's on modded controls, so to click at the end of the triggers is just pure perfection. Yeah, I mean, that was only Nintendo that had that though, right? Like, I've never seen anyone else do that sort of thing, and it really was the best. It was the best version of analog triggers I've ever seen. Both the GameCube controller and the classic controller original had analog triggers with a bit of a click on them. Xbox didn't do it, PS3 didn't do it. Dreamcast had analog triggers, didn't it? But it definitely did. They were more like Xboxes than GameCube. Oh, Steam controller has it? Ooh. Wait, so is it just like a set? Is it like the GameCube controllers click, or is it like the PS5 controllers? Like adjustable resistance? Because the DualSense is probably the closest thing I've seen since then, because you could technically set it up in such a way that it acts like it. But that's about it. Okay, it's a bit out of the way. I'll go and catch up on the story first. Oh, it's like GameCube's, it's just like set that way? That's kind of cool. And it counts as a button when you press it. Because yeah, the GameCube does as well. It's two separate buttons. Technically speaking, the GameCube has more buttons than other controllers at the time as a result. Excellent work, Abin. They appear to be none the wiser. The villagers are being held in the castrum to the south, Bluminous. Once it was the base of operations for the Garlean occupation, until 10 or so years ago, when they relocated to Doma Castle. Now the castrum serves as little more than a storage facility. I spy 2 sentries near the gate. As you have proven yourself to be impeccable aim, I would ask you to incapacitate them. The very hill should afford you that clear shot. I don't know if this fog that's rolling in is gonna help, but I'll give it a try. Alright, round 2. Oh yeah, so it's just like how Nintendo used it on GameCube. GameCube's, again, one of the best controllers I've ever had. Real shame those Panda controllers didn't end up working out, because those would just been like GameCube controllers on crack. Wait, if I just let him, like, what would happen? Would I fail? Would he have like ran back to his superiors and be like, yo shit, someone's out here? They have the gall to do that? 2 sentries slumber side by side. No others appear to be forthcoming. Let's go. Yeah, I mean... I have to talk to her first, I guess. Got a little ahead of myself. Fine work, Abin. You have a gift for the way of the shinobi. The way is clear. Let's move closer and see what has become of the villagers. It's kind of a shame that, like, I wish Nintendo would acknowledge, like, the GameCube support on the Switch, because there is a game on the Switch that isn't Smash Brothers that actually supports the GameCube controller and all its facets. It was a Trials Fusion, I think? Trials Fusion on Switch actually used the analog triggers on the GameCube controller, and I think it also used the click functionality of the triggers as well. I mean, technically 3D All-Stars uses it for Sunshine, but... Sir! The An from the other villages are assembled for inspection. Very good. I will address them personally. Attention! Shortly you will all be transported to the facility on the distant shore. Your duties, as you have been previously informed, will be rudimentary in nature. More specifically, you'll be tasked with the repair and maintenance of various arms and armaments, as well as Magitech devices. Magitech? But we're farmers! We don't know the first thing about Magitech. It'd take us months, if not years, to learn how to do that kind of work. The material in question was damaged when your Keith and kin rose up to the rebellion. Therefore, you bear responsibility for its repair. You cannot perform your duties, you will learn how. And if you cannot learn how, then your villagers may find themselves at the mercy of the Confederacy and other radical elements. That what you want? No, totally not. What? No, that'd be terrible. Deal with this rabble. I am needed at the castle. Start walking. Hey, there's only one of them and like 6 of the rest of them. Why don't they just like take them out? It's no temporary measure. Those men and women will die in servitude. Once they are taken to the other facility, it will be too late. If we are to intervene, we must do so now. Agreed? Then let us be about it. Almost. Oops. Give me my useless materia that I will probably sell for money. Despite the urgency of the situation, we must still proceed with the utmost caution to ensure the safety of the villages. To wit, we must infiltrate the cash room without raising the alarm. I will deal with any soldiers near the entrance. Stand watch for others approaching from the north until you hear my signal. Okay, I'll just go stand out here. I mean, I could have totally done whatever it is you wanted me to do in there, but like, no, okay, I'll stand out here, don't worry. That is one hell of a gate. I wonder how they built, like, the original gate. That's one mighty feat of engineering, those brick walls. For a mercy, you spy no Imperial patrols bound for the castrum. Hawk's cry pierces the silence. Geethy is waiting. Was that her making the hawks cry, or did she just, like, find a hawk and made it cry? Like, did she just go, caw, caw? And it's like, yep, nope, that's the signal. Nice. Speak softly, lest the others hear us. What if the outside? Coast is clear. That is good. We may proceed as planned. These ones shall not soon wake. However, the others are too close to the villages. Incapacitating them as I did these ones is far too risky. Fortunately, a solution presents itself. I would have you disguise yourself as an Imperial soldier and convince them that a changing of the guard is in order. You have your pick of uniforms. They shall not protest. Ah, I see. What if I pick this one? Wait, can I just take it? Uniform is far too large for you to wear comfortably. Oh, how unfortunate. Attempting to wear this uniform might force you to confront certain uncomfortable realities better left unexplored. Yeah, I think that would be the worst. Honestly, if you get to that point, if you're concerned about that, that's impressive. I want to see that. What if I wasn't playing as, like, any of those 3 sizes, though? Because there's also, like, the bunny people and the lion guys. I don't think any of these uniforms would fit them. Like, I think in that case, you would just be fucked. With all due care and consideration, you relieve the sleeping soldier of their uniform. You've chosen one to your liking then? Excellent. I shall hide these ones where none will find them. That's a good idea for the using the triggers like that for the double tap stuff. I don't know if I could do that though, because like I'm so used to always bottoming out my triggers when I press them. Like even on GameCube, it's set up in such a way on GameCube that it's almost like unnatural to not do it, but it's like just enough, and I got used to it. It probably helped because it was my first console, and so I didn't know any different. And I think if I was to pick up GameCube nowadays, after having played so many other consoles with triggers, I don't know if I would be able to refrain myself from bottoming them out. Like even when I use GameCube on other games, on like PC and stuff, I just click them all the way in, regardless if I need to or not. I don't know if I could refrain from that. Like if I'm playing a GameCube game, it's like instinctual to me to not do that necessarily, but I've done it a few times sometimes. If I'm playing like Double Dash, I definitely do it a lot. Our sleeping beauties have been laid to rest in their bunks. Oh, and while I was in the barracks, I happened upon these spare uniforms in case the items in your possession are not to your liking. What spare uniforms? What did I get? Oh, we get some choices, or is this just more of the same? Oh, it's just a V. What are these spare? So wait. If none of those would have fit me, like say I was like a bunny girl or something, none of those fit me. She's just like, fine, I'll go and bury them. I'll just go and get rid of them. Here's some spare uniforms I happen to find. You're lucky that these might fit you. That appears to be filled with a nigh infinite supply of Imperial equipment, though it would be best if you did not attempt to put that cursory assessment to the proof. Just like turn over the sack and start dumping. No, wait, okay, if it's infinite, can we just like flood the cash room with clothing? And then the Empire would be very confused, first of all. Do I have to actually put something on? Okay, fine, I'll put them on. Alright. Imperial salute to complete the deception, convince them to come here. I can't believe we're actually going to get to reuse the Imperial salute. That's amazing. Are they actually in my inventory? Okay, good. Wasn't sure if I had the space. Now we don't want the nameless Tekko. We want the Tekko 55. The superior Tekko. Something tells me these are not in my inventory. That's cool. What is this? Can I get rid of some stuff? No, not really. What is this? That is worse. We can destroy this one. For sure. Double tapping feels too weird for you. I guess it's fine on like the DualShock because like the triggers are really smooth and fast. Like the travel time on these is almost nothing. Where did it go? Oh, there they are. Oops. And the boots. Lots of room for those. Cool. See, I'm even a samurai. I'm looking the part here. Now imagine if I was playing red mage here. This would just never work. You have to be samurai. It's the canon class. I'm telling ya. Let me guess. Hangover, eh? I've been there. Woke up once after a late night drinking and didn't find my kabuto until days later. You don't want to know what it was filled with, let me tell you. What does this guy say? Well there, are you new? No, I'm totally been here before. Look, see, I'll even do the salute. There it is. Is it time already? Not that I'm complaining, mind, but I thought the others would be gone longer. Hey, you know, time flies when you're having fun standing in a spot and guarding, I don't even know what, something. Change of the guard, is it? About bloody time. Just looking at these on is making me depressed. Reminds me when I was in their shoes, pissing myself in fear. Oh, is he one of them? It was like, nah, fuck that shit, I'm joining the army. Wait, well, I just chased them off and now I'm just going back? Okay. Fine with me. No, don't mind me, I'm not the man you're looking for. Just more fodder. I like this. Oh, are you kidding me? You wanna go? Oh, you actually have some bite to you. Oh yeah, because I got rid of all my armor. Because somebody told me to put on disguise. Couldn't imagine who could have done that. Let's see if I can actually beat this guy. I mean, I am like the second highest damaging DPS in the game right now, so stands to reason I shouldn't have any trouble. Let's just sleep soundly along with the others. Is she just like stuffing them all into the same bunk or something? And with that, there are no more soldiers to trouble us. You can dispose of that cursed uniform too. It's time to guard the villagers to freedom. Tells me I should probably save this uniform. It's probably the only version of it I'll ever get. Man, it's a good thing she happened to find a helmet with ear pockets in them. Couldn't imagine what would happen if she didn't. Now, where am I going? I'm going to here. I'm going to gear set list. I'm equipping my set. There we go. I'll have to take it out later. Now where? Back down here. Is that like a portal or something? Is that going to take me to the giant base over in the distance? Wait, you're trying to fish here? There's a rebellion and a war going on and you're just trying to fish? Don't you know fishing has been outlawed by the Empire? They're gonna have your head. I like that an MMO of all things has less damage spongy enemies than fucking Xenoblade Chronicles 2. That one enemy, I would have been there for like 5 minutes fighting that one enemy. Just to put it in perspective, and that's with like 3 people wailing on it at once.
Listen to me, all of you. We have dealt with the Imperials for now, but you must flee this place quickly.
Where are they gonna go? Like, if they just go back to the village, they're just all gonna be, like, killed or something.
Dealt with them? Oh no. You didn't kill them, did you?
Nah, they're just taking a nap, it's fine.
Are you mad? There's no escaping the Empire. Running will only make it worse.
To stay is to die. You know this to be true. Even if you lack the will to fight, surely you have the will to live! Or has that, too, been beaten out of you? Is this what has become of Doma?
They are but a humble farming country now.
You were Lord Hien's retainer, trained to fight without fear and obey without question. Well, we're not. We're lost and afraid. We hate this, all of this, but we can't do a damn thing to change it, and trying will only make it worse. It's a pathetic existence, but it's all we got. And when people like you come here pretending it can be different, it doesn't help, all right?
Peace, boy. Peace. She came to help, and for that we should be grateful.
Elder, your face.
We all have scars. Some too many to bear. Too many battles. Too much lost. Our friends, our family.
Why does the side of his head look like a rice field?
We who survived are forced to bend the knee, to sell our souls and surrender our dignity.
Oh, this just means he have no air. Oh, he does have air on the other side. It just looks lopsided.
Upon us. Your courage, your resolve, they are as salt in our wounds.
If they only knew what you would do for them, my lord. You have made your plight clear, and I shall impose my will no more. But know this, brothers and sisters of Doma. For all you have suffered, for all the horror and the ignominy, you are still here. You are still alive. My lord prays you value your life as highly as he does. As for me, I swear by all the Kami in creation that I will free you from this torment, no matter the cost.
But what if the cost is the very people she's trying to free? Then what?
If the Imperials come for me, I will tell them we were tricked by an Ori woman.
Tell them whatever you must to keep your loved ones safe.
So they're just gonna run? After all? Yep, no, it's like, fuck this shit. Let's get out of here.
Why would you... After everything...
do you mean after everything? I've been trying to do this whole time and you're just like, no, fuck you, stop it. Man, I can't wait to see the castle if it needs a wall like that. You seem to be real down. Maybe they should try fishing. Yeah, they're working in fucking rice fields all day. You'd be bored too if you were working the fucking rice fields all day. Fishing would be better. Apologies, Abin. I was lost in thought. Mayhap they have the right of it. Mayhap we are fools for urging them to rise once more. Yet I believe, I have to believe, that in their heart of hearts, they still... Now is not the time. We must finish what we started. I have in my possession a powerful medicine that befuddles the mind and memories. We must administer it to the soldiers ere they wake. The medicine will leave the soldiers confused and unable to clearly recall events. They will suspect that they fell asleep at their posts and be reluctant to discuss it with others. It's not more than a temporary measure, but we dare not kill them for the sake of the villagers. Then to the last two I put to sleep. I shall see to the others. You didn't move them? What kind of fucking shinobi are ya? You just left them there. You're too lazy to pick them up. Were they too heavy for you? The other guy seemed fine. You were able to move him. Playing sardines with them. But sure, yeah, no, I can put this mess on these two. Yeah, of course. Don't see why you couldn't have done it. Man, where were you fishing to come running over here so fast? Jeez. Alright, time to take your medicine. Just pour it through the grate in the helmet. Sure, they'll drink enough of it. Oh, this medicine makes them invisible too. Ah, I see. Oh, this guy's fine. Yeah, no, it's okay. If one of them doesn't take the medicine, I'm sure we won't get caught. All right. Oh, I didn't I just kill you? What the hell? So what's the reason for me only giving medicine to one of them, What was that whole spiel she went on about? How, like, if they could recall the events where they're gonna be in big trouble. But if we give them this medicine, they'll be too confused and embarrassed to talk about it. Father, is that you? 5 more minutes, Dad. Wait. Why? Why would you do that? What was the point? I'm running all the way over here, going back there, going back here. Why not just do both of these at the same time? That seems horribly inefficient. What was the reason? Well, you can't even use like a padding as the excuse there. Like there's just no reason for that. Absolutely none. You think you can kill an enemy as a miner? Maybe. Nah, they do some pretty decent damage sometimes. If you're like 30 levels above, you could probably do it. Let's see. Oh yeah, no, there's absolutely no way. Oh wow, 123 crit. Like, look at that. Wait, I only did 87 as well. No, that was you. Yeah, like I'm doing like 500 as an auto attack. There's no way in hell you're killing this guy. Run while you can. Oh shit, unspoiled deposit. Yeah, no, go do the real gaming. That's where the real boss is at. Don't want to like have to. What if that deposit only appears on the night of a full moon? During like a fog that is to be followed up by a rainstorm that is to be followed up by, I don't know, miasma or some shit. But only on a Tuesday evening. If it's one of those deposits, you can't let that pass. You gotta go get that. They're just sleeping, it's fine. Taking naps. She was just too lazy to like move them all, so we're just gonna let them nap there. That's not suspicious or anything. Totally not. Not the fun Yugiri. Over here? Probably this one. At least I can still spin with my bird. Man, when do we go in there? I can't. It's probably going to be like the end of this area. Hey, is that the dungeon you were talking about? Oh, here she is. It's probably like the climax of this whole chapter. No? Oh. That's probably later then. Oh, maybe that's like a whole nother area. I mean, it seems pretty big. It'd be kind of weird if it was just a dungeon, right?
Forgive me for making you search.
How about you apologize for making me run to a group of two, do one of them run away and come back to the rest of the group or two? Yeah, that's right, I'm blaming you for that.
Calms me, the sound. It helps me to remember the sway of the ocean when I close my eyes.
I mean, why not just go to the real ocean? It's just like a few-minute walk.
Despite the many great and noble things I said, in truth, I am not of Doma. I was born beneath the waves of the Ruby Sea.
You just missed a note. And why you think that is? It could have been because you're trying to fight a dog with your pickaxe.
I think that you were there, that you even spoke with my mother and father.
Why not go back and say hi to them? They're like not that far, I could take you to them.
They are in good health then. The knowledge is of great comfort to me. That I might have the strength to protect my home from the Empire, I left to learn the secrets of the shinobi. Day and night we trained, ever striving to exceed our mental and physical limits. After a time, my skills were recognized, and I was dispatched to assist the Doman Liberation Front. It was then that I met Lord Kaien and his son, and their loyal samurai, Gosetsu. Good men all, brave and true, so clear their eyes, so pure their purpose. Any shinobi would have been proud to serve them and Doma. But, in the end, I will always be of the sea. Every day, I pray for my home and for the people I left behind, that they might be spared the wages of war and live in peace, untouched by this madness. I confessed this to Lord Hien once. Do you know what he said to me? He said, "Good. We are better for the conviction of our allies, and draw inspiration from their example. What is weak alone may together grow stronger." Never did I lose faith in them. Even when all was lost and I led our people to Eorzea, I clung to the belief that our dream would one day be realized. But when I gazed into those eyes bereft of hope, when those broken men balked at liberty, the dream was shattered.
I mean, hey, you know, just, maybe they're happy working for the Empire. We could like free the rest of them and just not free them. Be like, hey, you guys chose this. This is what you wanted, right? Maybe they'll just change their minds when they realize how stupid they were.
That you remain resolute even in the face of everything we have seen.
What is ethereal reduction? Is that like a mining thing?
Thank you for standing by this naive fool.
Have not met certain requirements. Are you trying to get me to go to your island? Not gonna work.
An
Oh,
Imperial
shit.
airship. It is bound for Doma Castle. Quickly, we must rejoin the others.
Oh, it's like another type of desynth. I see. I'm guessing I can't unlock that yet. That's probably... Actually, I probably can unlock it. I just don't have it unlocked. Go back there. When do we get to repair the Liberation Front's Aetheryte? Is that gonna be like a post-story thing? I just realized I don't have, I didn't do the rest of the quests. I should have. Should have finished those up. Did not. Where did I even go for that? Yeah, that one's down there. Wait, can't I finish up the other one? Yeah, I can do this one. Where's that? Oh. Over there. Okay, yeah, see, it is an Aetheryte. We do get to repair it at some point. Okay. Cool. Just not now. Oh, I see. So it has like exclusive materials and then they take a while to... Yeah, so some RNG involved. I get it. I mean, I've had some materials like that with normal desynth. Probably nothing people need or care about, but I've definitely had some rare-ish looking items. No, but seriously, if there's like a side quest or something that I need to do to like fix this crystal, let me know, because I'll do it. I'm sure this won't be the only time I'm going back here. I mean, it's not that far, but... the game's giving me the option. Come, come. We must tell the others of the airship, or hear what they know of it. Oh, I think they know of it. Something tells me they definitely know of it.
There you are. What happened? Are the villagers all right?
We freed them, along with many others. Kosetsu, we spied an airship bound for the castle. Know you aught of it?
Aye, that we do. The Crown Prince is come to Doma.
He's back.
We suspect this is a result of recent events in Gear Urbania. Our defeat notwithstanding, There appears to be some concern in Garlemald that subversive elements may be rallying in other provinces. Though Yotsuyu governs Doma, Xenos remains the province's anointed viceroy, and it would seem he has come to assess the current situation in person.
Well, that's good. Isn't that exactly what we wanted?
Xenos is here. We must seize this opportunity and kill him.
Hey, whoa, that's what we were trying to do.
It were so simple.
You almost killed me.
Giri. You may recall that we encountered Xenos at Rolga's Reach. We have seen firsthand what he can do. His power defies explanation.
Man carries around several samurai swords. He's unstoppable.
He defeated us all. We survived and learned from the experience, it is true. But if we are to defeat him, it will not be through simple opportunism. We will require a flawless plan.
We know his strengths. A prodigious swordsman trained from childhood by the finest Imperial tutors, reputed to be without equal on the battlefield, which is why we must not meet him there. Nay, we keep to the shadows, the domain of the shinobi, and thence we strike. You need only give me the chance.
Were this but a matter of personal revenge, I would not presume to bar your path, for I myself crave that same vengeance. But to draw steel against the Emperor's son is a grave decision, and one that will shape our nation's future. Do not forget Lord Hien's words.
What, that we should sheathe our swords if the people lack the will to fight? I will not squander this opportunity. If we do naught, our master's life is forfeit.
That's why I do it.
Even should you succeed, Xenos' death will
I'm not part of this
Doma
country.
her freedom, more likely her doom. Can we defend our people against the Empire's retribution? We few against a legion? Do not be a fool.
Oh, it is another one of those like puzzle quests in Yansha? Oh, sick. I will pick it up. Is it gonna actually be good this time though?
Cap, I am a fool with
Or is it gonna be like the one in Heaven's Word where it's just...
But I will not.
It wasn't really much of a challenge. That one kind of was disappointing.
Yugiri, wait!
What now?
Never done it? Whereabouts is it? I mean, I guess I'm heading up there very soon. Oh my god, it's a new pair of pants that I can wear and they're actually better. Amazing. I'm taking them. Was not expecting that. Let's put them on. I don't think I like the look of these pants already. I can just tell. But let's see them. Equip the pants. Yep, I hate them already, but that's okay. I will not pursue her. It's for her to think on her master's words and recognize the futility of her course. Those, at least, are my thoughts on the matter. Yours may be different. Should you wish to give chase, I will not bar your path. We each have but one life, and it's not to be spent recklessly in pursuit of our goals. I pray she realizes this soon. That's why we have glam plates. Nah. No, real men rock whatever gear they're given. True warriors of light don't choose what they wear. Search for her where? Oh, over here. 2821? Is that where I'm about to go? Yes. Is it this one over here? Not this one. This one. One right here. No? Oh, it is this one then. Has to be. Yes, that's be it. Feeling a bit peckish. It's neither. Well, whatever. I'm accepting it anyways, I guess. Well, dearest Keiko. Okay. Ah, hunger like this I've never known before. Ah, hello there. Would you mind if I asked something of you? I'd be so grateful if you'd saw fit to hunt a tiger or two on my behalf. There's nothing better than a fine cut of tiger meat. What's it you? Please, I'm on the verge of starving. Oh, it's down. Wait, down here. Where? Huh? Do I just not have it unlocked yet? Yeah, there's nothing here. I ain't got shit. I think we're a little early on that one. If it's right where you're standing, you're gonna have to wait. But hey, you know what? That worked out because the quest that I do need is right here. Oh, she actually just has a pet eagle. I see. Hey, fun fact. That's not what the sound an eagle makes. That's a falcon. Bet you didn't know that. Then you came of your own free will? I should be surprised if you agreed with my chosen course. No one else did. But it's not as fanciful as they would have you believe. Again, moments ago I received the Crown Prince's itinerary from one of our spies in the castle. So it seemed that Xenos has no desire to remain in Doma any longer than necessary. He wishes to inspect the moon gates this very eve. His impatience is to our advantage. He arrived without warning and gave Yotsuyu no time to prepare. The whole castle is in a state of upheaval. To avoid any delay, he has declined a full escort and will be traveling with no more than a handful of soldiers. The kami would not have blessed us with the more auspicious circumstances. I will kill him. And I will. You mean we will kill him? Or die trying. You understand the risks. Forgive me. Of course you do. Mayhap better than I. But are you sure? Thank you. Thank you. I cannot well express what this means to me. We have much to discuss, but we can do so on the way. Izuka Manor is some distance from here. We must hurry. Stay calm. No one knows you were here. No one knows you saw anything. No one knows you overheard two rebels plotting to kill the Crown Prince. Gah, stupid, stupid, stupid. You know how this ends. They only have themselves to blame. You have to tell them. You have to. Yeah, he's gonna go tell the Imperials. Idiot. The level 6... I don't know. I've had to unlock level 60 quests after beating... I unlocked level 60 quests after beating Heaven's Word. Or sorry, like level 58 quests after beating Heaven's Word. So, I'm not... Doesn't surprise me. Maybe it's, Oh, you know what it could be? Maybe I just have to do, like, a few more story missions. Maybe it's not, like, all of Stormblood, but just, like, a little bit more. You know, maybe it unlocks just before I hit level 65. Where am I going? Am I going the right way? Yeah, I am. Northwest. That's the opposite direction. I like that that hurt me. The water... I fell and landed on the water. Look, I get water can hurt at certain heights, but people have cliff jumped higher than that. That shouldn't have done anything. Just saying. Same Minecraft physics. Minecraft used to have good water fall damage physics. People in real life cliff jump. You don't see them complaining about hurting when they hit the water. I may not have the best diving form, but it's not like I'm going like stomach first, hands spread out, legs stretched. I'm falling pretty straight. Like that should reduce my surface area. That shouldn't hurt. Shouldn't like cause me to almost die. What am I breaking my knees on? Nothing. Nothing to break my knees on. This is the right way, right? Yeah, okay, okay. Making sure. Man, if only these bridges were working, jeez. They don't have anyone here to repair them? Don't the Imperials need these bridges? You think they'd get them fixed? Ever just eat an uncooked ramen? No, but apparently that's a trendy thing to do. I prefer not to. Now that said, I do put like special kind of dried noodles on like stir fries and stuff, but they're like they're noodles that have been re-dried and are designed to be put on things quote unquote uncooked. But actually dried like uncooked ramen? Nah. No. No thanks. You see those people that like make cakes of the ramen? Like they form them into a cake and then they eat it like it's a cake. I don't know how or why they do that. This is far enough. Let us discuss our plan of attack. Any of these are red mage? Wait, so the red mage gets a fucking kilt, but not the samurai? Damn it, I wanted this for samurai. Something sick. Might as well take a little bit of gear for red mage. I might want it when I'm leveling up later. Zenos' itinerary is as follows. We will depart Doma Castle by ship and approach the moon gates. The Magitech field will be deactivated briefly, allowing his vessel to pass. We will then continue on these very docks, where he and his entourage will disembark. As you can see, this area is not ideal for ambush. Wide open, multiple avenues of escape. The manor is very suited for our needs. Let us split up and search for suitable hiding places. How do you suspect to kill this guy? Like, I couldn't kill him. I know it was on the field of battle, yada yada yada, but like, how? What is your plan here? I just don't see this working. Like the cup ramen, when you said like dried ramen, I was thinking like the 50-cent packages that you can buy. Is the cup ramen different, or are we thinking of the same thing? Just want to make sure we're on the same page here. Same stuff. Okay, yeah, no, that stuff, I've seen people eat that stuff. That stuff is disgusting when it's like that. Like, I don't know, it just, something about it, it just looks so dry, and the water like activates a lot of the flavor, you know? Eating it raw like that, just, Surrounded by walls and deserted, this location appears ideal for concealment. It seems kind of out of the way unless you know he's coming here, specifically. Ah, there you are. From the roof, we would have a clear view of the docks. It is settled. We shall lie in wait here until Xenios arrives. As discussed, if all goes to plan, he shall fall with my first blow. If not, then the two of us will have to engage him in open combat. That's the very thing that we can't do! It's not gonna work! We tried that already. It doesn't work. Just finish explaining how that doesn't work. What are you scheming here? This escort is of no consequence, which means that we'll have a 2-to-1 advantage. Nevertheless, it's not to be underestimated. Yeah, like, pretty, I don't know, I like those kind of noodles on a salad, but the ones that we buy for that sort of thing are very different than, like, the stuff you get in, like, the 50-cent packages. Like, we have this one bag of topping noodles that we put on, like, stir fries. And they're really nice and crunchy, and they're great. You don't have to cook them. You can if you want a little bit, but you really don't. But something about them is a little different than ramen. I'm not really sure what it is. All that remains is to wait. I trust you already? Oh boy, level 66 sync? Perfect. Did I not click yes? Oh. Fucking miners. No miners allowed. Get out of here, kid. How do we... Where's my... I always forget. Party. Thank you. Party members. Out. Bye-bye. I'm ready.
He comes.
So we're just gonna like snipe him from the rooftops? Look at that, he's like in full armor. What are you going to do? And there's like 10 of them. How? How are you gonna accomplish this? You take out one of those guards, and she's with them too.
The village is not far, my lord. If it please you, we shall escort you there directly.
Ain't gonna work. He's not even gonna get close.
Less a province than a graveyard. The rotting husk of a broken nation devoid of proper sport. But as his radiance wishes...
Yes, of course, my lord. And may I say how terribly sorry we are that you had to come so far.
We labored long to sow the seeds of hatred, of fear, to train them.
I called a
as
miner
beasts.
a kid.
Now we shall see the
The game told me no minors allowed.
Let there be savage beasts baying for blood, and not hollow-eyed prey cowering in the dark. Or there will be no joy in this hunt.
Had to remove the minors from my group. Adults only. You have to be 18 or older to participate in this mission. Look, take it up with the game, not me. The one that told me to do it. How is no one noticing this? Especially him. Yeah, see? You think he wouldn't know? You idiot.
Shinobi? And me without my brute.
Well, you don't want to, like, have the pleasure of beating up a Doman yourself?
Your hate.
This is only the beginning. For Lord Kayed! For Doma!
Ah!
Did I just, like, poke him in the back? I did.
Mayhap I shall test this new blade of yours. Let us hope it is to my liking, lest your misfortunes compound.
Oh, that's why she picked up the blade, so he could add it to his collection.
Then again, I am loath to expend
It's
such
like General
effort on
Grievous.
unworthy. Come, earn the honor.
I still love his, like, fucking golf club bag of katanas. We're actually gonna fight him again. This is not gonna work. It didn't work last time. What could possibly change this time? Oh, yo, we got like portraits and shit now. It's like a proper Final Fantasy game all of a sudden. That's kind of sick, not gonna lie. Ah! Interesting that I'm not getting any. Oh, there's my stickers. Never mind. I must have just been screwing up the combos somehow. Wait, actually no. Why am I not getting? Okay, there we go. The combos were just not activating for some reason. Kind of weird that there's no like voice acting for that dialogue that appeared on screen. Most of the fights, at least have been for a while, they've been like voice acted on lines like that. Some of them anyways, I guess, but oh my god, no. Oh, I'm dead. I am dead. Oh my god, I am super dead.
This day you die.
Oh, there's a voice acting. And forget. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh shit, nice special you got there.
Alright.
We're just gonna, if we're seriously gonna just kill him on the battlefield like this. Ow, fuck you. Okay, never mind. He just had to activate his trap card.
Let us put you to a proof.
Is he just invincible? Oh, I have to target him. Oh, he got his health back. What the hell is this shit?
No, I must fight on. I must.
That's a lot of bullshit. I'm just doing this under the assumption I actually have to survive.
Give me something to remember.
Like, there's been a few times where you can actually die on these scripted battles, so I'm not going to take any chances. Oh my god. But hey, maybe I can actually beat him. Wouldn't that be funny? And then he still doesn't die because the game's not ready for you to kill him yet. I mean, he's level 70. He's obviously the final boss. Oh, well, there it is. Finally.
Ah, I remember you. Al Amigo, the champion of the savages.
So, see, now our entire plan has been blown. Because now he knows we're over here for some unknown reason.
Look ye where the sun doth rise, see crimson embers darkening skies. Look ye where the sun doth fall, see azure lost amidst the squall.
Oh? Broke his favorite helmet. Now he's really mad.
Oh, how right I was to spare your life. Hear me, hero. Endure. Survive. Live. for the rush of blood, for the time between the seconds live, for the sole pleasure left to me in this empty, ephemeral world. Live!
Why did you do that?
You are not worthy.
Or one of your like ninja stars at his head, you could have probably beat him. Shouldn't have missed that shot. Should have aimed for the head.
Get away from them, you imperial dog!
Oh hey, he's not a traitor.
No, don't. You must flee.
Oh, now you say that?
We're not going anywhere, do you hear me? We're not running away! What you're doing is stupid and reckless, and I never wanted any part of it, but here we are! I've spent my whole life hating myself. For
If they all shoot at once, there's no way he could stop all of them.
I held my tongue to protect the people I love. And then you came along and reminded me of all the things I never said and never did, and it was even worse. I would have given anything to forget, to walk away, but I knew I'd never be able to live with the guilt. So we came, all of us, for you, for ourselves, for Doma!
Death is death, regardless of the reason. Yet you seem determined to die, intruding upon this sacred ground, turning weapons you can scarcely wield upon me. Your lives will not even begin to redress the balance.
How wrong you are!
Fresh meat. Did she just use a healing spell in the cutscene? That's not Final Fantasy. Not very Final Fantasy of you.
Go, now! Guzetsu, see to Yugiri.
Aye.
You're supposed to forget that you have healing spells during cutscenes. That's the rules.
Damn thing. Someone stop them! My lord?
Not fun this way, apparently. He likes to see his prey scream in bloody terror as he cuts them down. I don't think we were followed. Gods have no idea what was going through that man's head, but I'm hardly glad he decided to leave. Oh, don't thank us. Thank Elfno. He's at the House of the Fierce, patiently awaiting your gratitude. You should have seen the way he turned pale when he heard about Yugiri's plan, and how you, of all people, had decided to help her. He was in such a panic, barking orders, calling for a squadron to be assembled. As for you, I was rather composed, as I recall, though that is neither here nor there. Oh hey, Aether Current, nice. Can you believe it? We faced the Crown Prince himself and lived to tell the tale. You've no idea what this means for us. Everyone's talking about getting more weapons and armor and we're not going to stop until we've taken back our homeland. Right. Getting a bit ahead of ourselves, aren't we? We've got wounded to attend to first. We should get back to the village. What is this? This guy's cooking eggs. Alright, I'm opening this link. Better not disappoint. He's got like a whole fucking case of knives and screw. Egg. Yeah, I could totally see him doing that. What kind of flavor of yogurt do you think he likes? Obviously not vanilla. That is plain. He'd probably hate plain yogurt even more. Oh, I have to actually teleport. I think he's like one of those exotic flavor guys, like something really special, like pumpkin, or key lime, or oh, maybe he likes what was one I tried? Oh, grapefruit. Maybe he likes grapefruit yogurt. It's probably the only thing that satisfies him. How are you feeling? After fighting that demon, I can only imagine. I suppose I ought to apologize to you for, you know. Anyway, thank you for not giving up on us. The shinobi too. Yeah, maybe key lime's a little too normal though. I bet he likes pumpkin yogurt.
How are you feeling, my lady?
Or he actually hates pumpkin yogurt, but he just enjoys eating it for the sport of it, because it's so different.
Hospitality. You need not worry.
Good. If there is anything else we can do for the two of you, anything at all, just ask.
Stare any harder and you're like to burn a hole in them. Go and say your piece, for goodness sake.
I wonder if there's green tea yogurt. I bet he would eat that just because it's from, like, East Asia. Yo, it would fit with his whole weeb aesthetic. Gotta have green tea. I'm surprised that guy in the video wasn't drinking green tea. That would have totally been what he drinks.
Gosetsu, Mistress Alize, I owe you an apology. I acted with reckless disregard for my own safety, and endangered I know not how many others in so doing. Scorning your wise counsel, I knowingly defied our master's wishes, and left you no choice but to follow suit.
Nonsense. I followed our master's wishes to the letter. Consider once more his words, and the intent therein. In offering his head, he but sought to shield his people from harm, loyal retainers included. You must value your life more highly, Shadow Walker.
On the other hand, your recklessness did serve as an inspiration to many. Mayhap you should not be so hard on yourself. In any event, if you must apologize profusely, it seems only right that you expend as much effort thanking the one person who supported your plan from the first.
Yeah, no, I was totally with you all the way. Definitely.
There are no
Give me your
words that
praise.
will suffice. But thank you.
And there they are!
So what happened to, like, helping the Alamigo people?
Your rather questionable plot to assassinate Xenos, I feared we would need to recruit a new primal slayer.
I'm sorry we couldn't be there. Alize made me swear to stay behind no matter what. I think she was worried I'd hurl myself at Xenos the moment I set eyes on him.
Yeah, we'd all be dead. Let's be real.
What? You'll forgive me for changing the subject, but now would seem a good time to discuss where we go from here. Though the Empire has yet to retaliate, the fact remains that we have revealed our presence and signaled our intentions in so doing. It is only a matter of time before the Imperials move against us.
That or they just go and now attack Alamigo because
To oppose them,
everyone's gone.
Some manner of brilliant stratagem is required. Therefore, I yield the floor to the preeminent tactician of our time with whom I was privileged to share a womb.
That's a really weird way of wording that, but okay.
If you insist. While in Kagane, we debated a number of approaches and were eventually forced to concede.
Can we just
that
agree
look to the
to
Alliance
not
for aid.
word it like that
Even were it
from now on?
to ferry sufficient forces and materiel from Eorzea in a timely manner, such a massive undertaking would not long escape the attention of the Empire. It would be a miracle if our ships reached the shore. Fortunately, according to Tataru and Hancock's intelligence, the Empire has withdrawn most of its forces from Doma in the past year, leaving her relatively unguarded. That being the case, a popular uprising, spearheaded by the full might of the Doman Liberation Front, may feasibly be sufficient to threaten the seat of provincial government, namely Doma Castle.
He does know how many people are actually in the Liberation Front, right?
Worse plans prevail.
Then we must need.
I don't think 5 people is going to be enough here.
For there is no surer way to inspire our people to rise up as one. He desired proof of his subjects' conviction, and they have provided it, through no less a deed than openly opposing Xenos himself.
It will work. It has to work. And next time, we will defeat him.
Yeah, no, her sass is great. She really likes to make him feel, well, embarrassed would be an understatement, really. Our countrymen's deeds speak for themselves. Lord Hien cannot deny the truth of our hearts. Too long has it been since I've looked on his face. It would be a great comfort to see him again, and no small comfort if you were to join us in the search, I should add. I mean, search? Just ask her where she saw him. Like, that was her whole mission, right? I'll be traveling to the Yazim Steppe, Abin. I found Lord Hien once before, and I'm confident I can do it again. Moreover, it was to me whom he put the question of Doma's resolve. I feel it my duty to deliver to him on our people's reply. I wonder what kind of man Hien is it? From what I heard, it's about the same age as me. And then there's Fordola, who isn't a whole lot younger than us both. Like her, he was born and raised in an imperial province. It's all he's ever known, but unlike her, he chose to do something about it. I went to meet him. I want to know why. Maybe if I understand that, it'll help me understand a lot of other things. I've done this one. No, this one's just like really out of the way because of course. Oh, they're just over here having a chat. The beloved king returning to urge his countrymen to rise up in rebellion. Not a story you'd hear over in Charlian or Ulda, is it? Not in those words, perhaps, but no land's people is so cynical to be wholly immune to inspiration. Singular individuals have the power to move hearts and minds no matter where they go. Doubtless you speak from personal experience. As much as this Lord Hien intrigues me a bit, there are vital tasks to be attended here. Preparations for the inevitable assault on Doma Castle, for one. There's also a matter of coordinating our efforts with the Confederacy and our comrades in Kagane, dealing with this troublesome Aetherite. I could go on, but you understand. Aye, so it goes. We all have our responsibilities. We shall depart for the Azim Steppe at once. You'll be joining us, Abin. I don't even know where the steppe is, but yeah, sure, I like a good trip. For our part, we shall do what we can to aid the Doman Liberation Front. We will refrain from conducting any large-scale operations in your absence, and instead devote our energies to bolstering our ranks and training our new recruits. When you return, we will be ready for war. If anything happens, if you need us to come back sooner, you'd better contact us. Noble sacrifice is our last resort, remember? Yeah, that's right. Right, Yugiri? Follow me, my friends. We have many mobs to travel before we reach Reunion. Wait, don't leave yet. Here, take these for the road. It's simple fare, but it's the least we can do for you after what you did for us. It may be stupid and naive of me to say this, but I will. When you come back, we'll finish what we started. We'll beat the Imperials and we'll win our freedom. So, don't keep us waiting too long. What did he give me? Should have looked. Except a cool looking area with nothing in it. Damn. That's unfortunate. Meanwhile, in the keep of Doma Castle.
I would expect no less of Bahamut's conqueror. Prepare the airship. His Radiance will not object. We have fulfilled our obligations here. I would see this prize for myself.
Ah, now who's getting punished?
Do you understand why I appointed you to act in my stead? You, whose only accomplishment was to whisper the right words in the right ear. Because of your petty hatreds, they render you the perfect instrument to bleed your kinsmen of hope, to make an example of Doma, such as was ordered.
And she failed that. She's a shitty dictator.
If you yield Doma to the rebels, you will not be given another chance to beg forgiveness. Do your duty now, or die with the rest of them.
Are you all right, my lady? That was uncalled for. Oh!
They say your Eorzean is helping the rebels.
That way he has the band-aid because he just keeps slapping him across the face on that
I
side.
want his friends dead. I want the heads of everyone he knows and loves mounted on the castle walls.
You mean I can finally go after him?
He sounds so excited. He's looking forward to his 4 o'clock beating.
I promise you, my lady, he won't escape this time. Not this time, oh no.
Meanwhile, in the fringes of Gurabania. That's a big hole. Holy shit. What the hell is down there?
This is the place. When his shade was banished, you swore to leave this life behind. And yet here you are. Yet, if this be the work of the eyes, what choice do you have but to end it?
Oh, is that the creator from the Bahamut versus robot fight?
Damn you, Alphano.
That's a big hole. Yo, when do we go down there? What crazy underground shenanigans are down that hole? All are ready. Let us depart for reunion in the Azim Steppe. Our route will be somewhat circuitous. We will need to return to the Ruby Sea and head north along the coast, past the Sadi. Alright, back to the Ruby Sea it is. Onokodo, I think. Yeah, because Tamamizu is underwater. I would imagine the place called Bubble is literally gonna be underwater. Not the other place. That would be the most logical. Where are we going? Unless I still picked the wrong one. No, that's something else. Where? Oh, up there. Oh, but I have to go there. Okay. This is still better than going underwater, I think. We can just go around. It's fine. So what could you possibly mean by the step not having anything? If it's its own area, is it really that empty? Is it like one of those tiny areas? Like we still have 2 areas to go. I'm guessing that this is like the last area of the Doman side, and then the other area is going to be Alamigo side, because we only had like 1 Alamigo map. We've had like 3 Doma maps now. Oh, it's a big area. It's not like that floating island in Heavensward. Okay, I'll just swim. It's right there. Now, steppe usually means like a type of mountain. I have a very clear mental image of what I think it's gonna look like. We'll see if I'm right though. But usually when places are called steppes in games, it's usually like a lot of staggered plateaus. Not too dissimilar from those rice paddies we were fucking around in earlier. There we go. Alright, let's at least get to like the Aetheryte in this new area. Then I'll contemplate continuing. From here we will turn north until we arrive at a cave, though which we must pass in order to reach the Azim Steppe. Lise and Gosetsu have already gone on ahead. We should carry on as well. Alright, let's go see what this steppe is all about. Go take some steps into the steppe. I don't know why I decided to go that way, but okay. We're on the next rock. No, not now. We're almost there. Let me through the passage. Oh, I thought this area was gonna let me actually go through the tunnel normally. Now where? Wait, is that where Estinian was? That white area? So he wasn't even near Alamigo then. Did they really fly that far? Jeez. Halfway around the world. If that's the case. Wow, you're right. This place is like featureless, except for whatever that thing is. Look at that Xenoblade ass thing over there.
I remember the emptiness. Vast.
The emptiness. Even the game acknowledges it. Holy shit.
Home to countless roaming tribes.
This is definitely not the kind of step that I pictured at all.
A sacred land, watched over by
I've seen steppe-themed biomes in Minecraft before, and they're way more steppe-like than this.
With the wind at our backs, we walked on. In search of hope. In search of him.
There's just not much. It doesn't look like there's anything here. I mean, hey, we didn't get a plains themed area yet, so... I mean, they covered the only plains themed area in the game with snow. Up until this point. Nice music, though. I give you the Anzem steppe, Abin, though I should say this is but one small portion of it. Despite the close proximity, Domans rarely venture this far north. Many find these lands and their people strange and foreign. Fortunately, those who frequent the reunion are more than welcoming the most. It is not much further. Very dusty. Music is very nice. Fate joined? I wonder if I'll ever get to do any of these fates. Like, the only reason I did any of the fates in Realm Reborn is because of my relic weapons. Like, I wonder if there'll ever be a reason to do any of the fates in these areas. It's usually not dusty. I don't know, I think the dust looks nice. I like this. A good weather effect for this area. Welcome to Reunion, my friends. Here's where we will begin our search for Lord Hien. When last I spoke with Lord Hien, he said he had spent much time in these markets. I'd hoped we might find him here today, but alas. Hey, Yugiri, there's something I've been meaning to ask. There's an awful lot of Zale here, aren't there? Oh, I assumed you knew. Yazim Steppe has been home to the nomadic tribes of the Zalea since antiquity. More than 50 roam these lands, and though they do not constitute a nation, there's a hierarchy of sorts, determined through ritual combat. Funny, if they're so busy fighting each other, you'd think the Empire would be able to march in and take the steppe with ease. Wonder why they haven't. Why indeed, Lys. Why indeed. Perhaps they see little value in it, especially given the fierce reputation of the Zalea warriors who would fight tooth and nail to oppose them. These lands were not made for men. The soil is thin, and the weather unforgiving. The Zalea found ways to survive, it is true, but they are made of sterner stuff than most Imperials, conscript or citizen. Thanks for taking the time to explain. Sounds like I've got a lot to learn. Later, I mean. We're men need to be looking for Hien. People from many tribes gather in Reunion to trade goods and information. I should be surprised if we cannot learn something of value here. Let us make our inquiries separately. Abin, why don't you speak with some of the merchants here? Booze? Or buzz? Booze. Fresh booze, choice of Lambert Zoe, guaranteed to satisfy. How many will you have, sir? They actually look pretty good. I'll take your entire stock. A Doman. Unless another Zazkar is keeping him in her yurt. He's not here. More food for her if she took a Doman for a husband. What is that supposed to? But enough about Domans. Let's speak of the booze instead. You cannot come to Azim Steppe and not sample the most traditional delicacies. What kind of people are these? Oh, they're just like, oh, okay. They're just like a variation of Yugiti, I guess. Another of her kind. I forgot that that's what her species was called. They just look very different. What fortune you have to come hither at this time. Freshly slaughtered, every cut available on request. Organs too. Hearts, liver, brains. Or a brace of blood sausages if you desire only a snack. A Doman? Poor meat they make, Domans. I jest, I jest. I did see a young mole in the company of one some days ago. I do wonder how much you actually jest, though. Roasted fish with pumpkin, an exotic foreign delicacy, cooked to perfection, beloved with the steppe. Come, come. You seek Domans. There, then you are come to the wrong place, my friend. Delicious as my foodstuffs are, they find little favor with those from the south. Are we just, like, casually joking about this? Like, is this not a thing they do? Is this their plan to make people not think that they actually eat Domans? Now, if there were Gordo you were looking for, on the other hand, I might be able to help you. They flock to my stall. The Torgord Ari tribe chooses to wear no clothes and instead paints their entire bodies white. Okay. I didn't need to know that. Is that like blackface but opposite? I've brought you a new brush, my beloved. So smooth and silky your mane shall be, the envy of every other man. Say again? You're seeking who? Ah, the Doman. I know of who you speak. Comes and goes with a mole girl. Though I could not describe her, I only know that she is mole because I heard them talking as they passed. With the chat and say, use your keyboard or the software keyboard, enter the phrase that contains mole to ask Zayli and Reunion if they are of the mole tribe. Oh boy! Let me grab my keyboard. It's all the way over here. Well, it's a good thing no one's here to actually hear me say this. Ha ha ha. I am Uda, if you must know. Come down from the mountains in the north. There's nothing else. She seems offended. Yeah, she's definitely not painting her body white. You take me for a mole. I'm an Orinoia. Compare me not with the one so weak and lowly. Damn, okay. These guys are just all fucking racists. Yes, I am Mo. My name is Katarina. Can I help you? Yeah, you know this Doman man? He's about yay high. Kind of like an important guy. Oh, I see. You're looking for Yen. If that's the case, how urgent this business must be to leave our conversation unfinished. The Kinsai, will you buy it? There's but one bundle left. If not, then... I will. Though I had not thought to pay so high a price. Like, what are you... I don't know, I don't make the prices. It's a bargain for which you should be grateful. You lack the coin, then the fault is your own. You leave with nothing. Please, I must have the Kinsai. The gods themselves requested it. We're bound to their will. Pay me the difference in Whisper Root. I will sell it to the next apothecary to pass through reunion, and we will each feel fairly treated. Do not tarry. Should another come before you, coin in hand, I will not refuse him. I understand. Thank you for his kindness. I'm sorry, but we must speak of Hien later. I cannot leave reunion without that Kinsai. Nah, these both are... Wait. Gunbreaker and... Why am I getting shit for classes I don't even have unlocked yet? You want to help me, is that it? I do not know what to say. Thank you, Bin. Thank you. The lumbering ones we must fell wander the plains to the west of Union. We each harvest 2, then we should have enough Whisper Root. Return here when you have finished. Good luck. Oh, you want me to do it? You didn't have the Whisper Root. How broke are you? No wonder you were hanging out with the king. You gold digger. Oh, I should probably attune before I leave, because I don't think I did that yet. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. When members of the Ugun tribe die, they cut off their head and place it in a jar of fermented goat milk. Once the liquid has evaporated, they bury the head under an anthill so the tiny workers can carry the spirit to the afterlife. Okay. They believe the journey is a difficult one, so by the head drinking the liquid helps them on their journey. Ah, yes. You need good milk for strong bones when you're going on a journey to the afterlife. Wouldn't want to end up in the afterlife with like a weak, brittle head. Yagun tribe, that's... Wait, are you saying there's like 30 different tribes of people in like this one area? In the steppes? Holy shit. I mean, maybe we don't see them all. Maybe some of them are just spoken of, but still. I'm ready. This will probably be one of the last quests I do for tonight anyways. I'm starting to fall asleep. I'm definitely not going to be doing the dungeon in this state. That would be horrible. There's 51 tribes on the page list as known Zayla tribes. What the hell? How many of those do you actually see? Because, like, I mean, I've apparently met like 5 or 6 of them, but jeez. Like, are all of them story relevant? Because it seems like that seems crazy that they would just come up with like 51 tribes for no real reason. Like, that's cool and all the lore building, but like, if you're not using the tribes, like, you need to come up with 51 of them? If they're only ever going to be mentioned in like some book that not everyone's going to have access to? It's not like anyone's going to look them up, because it's like, who's even going to know to look something like that up? 10 are in the game. You meet 2 or 3 and there's like 10 mentioned in the game. So that's like a fifth of them. That's insane. As ambitious as fuck. I wonder other crazy, like, lore building stuff that's never mentioned in the game that's in that book. Welcome back, Abin. Have you brought the Whisper Root? Yeah, I did. No thanks to you. Blessed is he who shows kindness to strangers, for with fortune does he ever ride. Will his quantity suffice? It shall. The Kinsai is yours. The gods favor you more than you know, child. Adgan rarely have need for such herbs, and so my stock is limited. Had you come a day earlier or later, I would not have none for you. Perhaps the gods guided me here, as they guided grandmother, as they guided the man from the west.
Hey! How goes the search? Any luck?
Yeah, I was once again caught up, like, getting fucking plants for someone, but it's going well.
What fortune to meet a friend of the young master!
Well met, Cyrena. If you have an inkling as to the current whereabouts of Lord Hien, we should be most grateful for your assistance.
Oh, please! It is I who should be grateful.
Hold! What is this? I came first, you second!
Uh-oh. We got a line cutter over here.
Know you to whom you speak? All people of the steppe should. Or have you fought so much that you have forgotten the face of your superiors?
Superiors? I spit on your superiority, little prince! Twisted and mad as sand devils your kind are!
We're just gonna watch? I'm down for that.
Those two don't seem to like each other very much.
Those boys are of the Oranir and Dothal, the two strongest tribes.
There's two more to add to your list. What wacky things do those tribes do?
Children of Azim are destined to rule, so they declare to all who will listen. Their word is law. For now. Grand, flamboyant fighters, but deadly. Very deadly.
Yo, could we just get, like, this entire group of nations to come help us fight Daman? Somehow?
The Undying ones too are strong, fearless, and vicious. They often reigned in the past. Now they are sorely tested. Ah, the master of the markets. He is Castir. To fight in reunion is forbidden, and to break the peace is to be banished forever. This he says without words, for words are lies to the Castir. They do not speak.
That's interesting. And all these different tribes share the same lands, do they? No wonder it's tense.
The manager's come over to deliver his verdict.
On the field at the Nardum. Mark my words!
Oh! Pistols at high noon?
As shall I! Mayhap I shall take 11 more Dothal heads to make a dozen with yours. I look forward to the day!
Scheduling an actual duel.
The dispute will be settled at the Nardum?
A great battle held on the final day of the Sahan-San. During this time, all bonds of hierarchy are broken. All Zayla are equal and free to prepare for
they're explaining everyone pretty well
the tribe
at the moment.
which
Okay.
triumphs in the Nardum rules until the next Sahan-San. Which in these lands is now.
Ah, so that is what they call the custom. I presume your tribe will also be taking part?
Not all seek the Dawn Throne. Some are satisfied with their lot. Others, like the Castir, have reason to remain neutral.
Like
Some
actual
are
Game of
lands
Thrones shit over here.
Long were we content to remain apart and live quietly, but... Never mind that. You see Kien, yes? I know where he may be.
Oh, good. lead us to him. Anything useful that I can use? Oh yeah. Alright, I'm gonna equip those. Where's that? Okay, the boots make the pants a little better. Not gonna lie. There's a tribe where the males do all the housework and the females hunt. Man, I've seen the role reversal of that sort in a lot of different things. I think my favorite was probably Star Trek. I'm trying to remember what episode it was, but there's an episode where they go to a planet just like that, and some of the people on the ship were surprised by it, and then they were more surprised when they found out that the women of Earth did all the housework and the men did all the hunting. Back in the day, you know, when people actually had to like work for their food, and not in the 24th century in a post-scarcity Earth. But that's probably where we're gonna stop. We'll find Lord Hien next time, figure out where he is, and then maybe we'll even get to see this Game of Thrones-esque duel tournament, whatever, for the throne. Looking forward to that too. Maybe that's the next dungeon, who knows? But for now, that'll be it. I need to probably head to bed. I will do my best to come back on Wednesday, where we'll continue this off. Try and get back to a semi-normal stream schedule. But yeah, for now, thanks for watching everyone. Hope you all enjoyed, and have a good night.